Random Monday Live. We're here. It's not the longest running episodic, whatever it is. It's the other thing. But nonetheless, Paul first on the blog. It was actually Paul's suggestion. Paul was like asking, it's like, you guys gonna go live? It's like, well, I wasn't planning on it. Do you have a reason for me to need to go?
Why did he want this nonsense?
He wanted a live because he was hoping, Eric, he's actually, this is for you. Okay. He was hoping that this would be the one time only ever that you would actually get support for your hat. He felt like this was the maximum opportunity.
What's up with my hat? Oh, I know what you mean, because the United States hockey program.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Hey,
I want to point something out.
Yeah, go ahead.
That it dawned on me watching the game yesterday. First of all,
before you do that, Brandon, I will allow Eric to speak on this. But before I do, we don't have the overlay.
No.
We're missing the overlay. I got to correct this. There we go. Now I got it. Okay, now we're good. Now we're fine. Okay, so German national Bougie Eric will get his turn to make his pitch to you. Remembering, I just direct you to the corner. That's him and Ray Bork. And I want to remind you that if we are going to have rando international people pretend they're from America, I could literally just go find somebody from Australia. I could find somebody from New Zealand. They're like, hey, yeah, I'm from Texas, mate. And I'm like, sure, yeah, why not? Apparently anybody can just pretend. They buy a cheap hat and pretend. He found that at a garage sale. Anyway, I'll read a couple comments and we'll get to that. Good evening, Keith. Keith, actually, I got a question. Are you actually going to do? One of the things I want to talk about is the whole YouTube Hall of Fame, because we're on the eve. We are on the eve. We are approaching. So, Brandon, this is your last chance. 10 times for the BIC. 10 times. Although there has been a ruling, we'll talk about that in a minute. Quick aside, is like Keith has been doing kind of the lead up to it. He's been arguing with the Don Mattingly bobblehead, and I was like, "Are you actually going to get a ballot in time?" Because I don't know what time tomorrow it ends, but it is actually running out of time.
Well, y'all know I've had some things going on, but I really wanted to do videos, and I got set back. So I will see if I can squeeze things in. So.
Yeah, I would actually like it. And it's part of me would actually enjoy it if Keith got the ballot in like 3 days after the balloting was over. He's like, here it is. It's like, that ended days ago. What are we doing? The best live sports right now are college basketball. Yeah, fair enough. Good evening, Philly Joe. You mean porque? Not bor. You don't like his Bork joke? Combined with the porque? You don't like that? It does not please the fatherland? All right, fine. Be that way. Orlando. Indeed. He did a good video of the bike riding boat. That is true. He is the only one to bike ride. All right. Now I will unmute this. So, Eric, here's what I'm going to do. Because I'm being nice. Although I will say, this is me being nice. You watch. I'm about to be nice right now. Watch. Now, to be clear, before I begin with the nice part, Freebird is a shitty song. Eric asked me beforehand. And listen, Eric has no taste. He likes Kiss, and he doesn't understand Pink Floyd. So his music taste sucks. Whatever he likes is trash. Now, with that said, I do want to make a point before I allow it. Eric actually asked me. So quick behind the curtains thing. Eric actually asked me legitimately. It's like, you really not going to watch the Olympics? I was literally in bed during the whole thing. I slept through the whole thing, and it was fantastic. I had no idea what the fuck happened, and I was like, I don't care about this shit. I didn't watch 1 second of the Olympics from the beginning to the very end.
You did. We had an off-air, honest conversation, and the Olympics does not interest you. So
not even a little bit,
and all that stuff. You don't give two rats asses about. So,
nope. But yeah, and unlike some people, if Canada had won 47-0, you wouldn't hear anything from me because I don't give a shit. I'm consistent on not giving a shit.
I think I know. Well, I don't agree with that because you know that I give a shit. Therefore, you would say things to hurt me.
No, I would mock you without mercy, but it wouldn't be about that necessarily. I'd allude to it, but that's different.
Can I make a point though here that I realized yesterday watching the game, which I want to first say it was a very good game. It didn't matter who won that game. That was a damn good game. However, for all of the jokes and the antics and the calling me old as dirt and everything else, I realized
all true things so far. So far, I've heard no lies, but go on.
But I realized that Eric is the only person on this damn panel that has ever witnessed USA winning gold until yesterday.
I do recall the excitement of 1980.
But you weren't live. Well, you were, but you know, it's like what were you? Where were you during Lake Placid, Eric? What were you doing?
What was I doing? Probably playing with my Star Wars figures. But I remember what I said was I remember the excitement. So you had adults that were watching these games and were very, very excited about the outcome. My father was a hockey fan. I got my love of the Bruins and watching hockey by sitting on his lap and watching Bruins games. So yes, I remember 1980 and the excitement it brought to the adults around me.
Now, was the excitement equivalent to the last time you ate a chocolate stick?
Oh God, no! You know how awesome those things are.
I'm asking questions.
Oh,
I'm asking important questions.
Don't ask stupid questions.
These are important things.
And we need to address this because that's a bunch of nonsense.
We're going to right now. So I was wondering if they were going to count Eric. Look, as far as I know, listen, I haven't heard any words. Did you get any comment? I think he counted it.
I got vote number 88. And in your magic computer machine, why don't you play the last card related video I did on the YouTubes?
Yeah. The important thing is that the committee understands the importance of the one-man kazoo parade, and we will not be denied on a technicality, Brandon. We will not be denied on a technicality. They understand. They are sympathetic to our cause. Yes, we do not understand shitty music.
Bird is freaking awesome.
Garbage.
You know, and I love the fact that it has been taken.
All right, I'm going to finish reading these comments. They're in 1980, Virginia. Remember my parents. Listen, I already told you I'm going to be nice. It hasn't started yet because you interrupted. Focus. I recall it. It was 5. And then I watched much hockey in California. Fair enough. We couldn't watch it live. It was on tape delay. That's true. Yeah, Lake Placid, it would have been on tape delay. The 3-on-3. So the 3-on-3 is actually the thing I don't like. For the record, I don't care who won. The 3-on-3 is bullshit. As far as I'm concerned, like if you're going to do that, then do a coin toss. Like that's about as legitimate to me. That's trash. For an elimination, 3-on-3 is bullshit. I don't care who wins. 3-on-3 is bullshit.
I said the same thing. Play it 5-on-5. Just keep going until there's a goal.
Yeah, just play it until someone scores or someone dies. Either way, I'm good, but at least play an actual game. 3-on-3
Jack
is
Hughes almost did both.
Yes. Remember 1980? I had my first kid that year. There you go, Orlando. All right. So now the German national. I said I was going to do something nice. Here's what I'm going to do. I have my timer on my phone. I am going to give you. Wait, actually, hold on. I can do one better. Hang on. I think it'll let me do this. This will be great. Hang on. I think I can do this. Let's see here. Because I am a generous man, an exceedingly generous man, Eric. I'm going to give you a whole 3 minutes. You can talk about whatever bullshit you want related to this game. You can summarize the game. You can celebrate the game. You can compare it to chocolate sticks. You can do whatever the hell you want. But when the 3 minutes is up, that's it. That's all you get. So I will give you until the clock expires. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go eat a cookie. So that's how nice I am. While I'm doing that, you get to talk. Are you ready? You are unmuted. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let it not be said. Brandon, for the record, let it not be said that I do not give Eric nice things. I'm giving him a whole 3 uninterrupted minutes. Chat, do whatever you want to do. Here we go.
First of all, the United States now is the powerhouse of hockey on the planet Earth. We now have the gold medal in both the men's and women's Olympic hockey teams. That makes us the #1 hockey powerhouse on the planet Earth. Undeniable, cannot be argued. I am very sad that our neighbors to the north have all killed themselves, and the entire country of Canada is now deceased. It's a very sad thing. I'm sorry that that has happened. God bless Canada, but United States now is the true hockey powerhouse on the planet Earth. So a lot of people that we know in the chat and things and throughout our hobby, I have definitely tortured these last couple of days, and some were very gracious and said, congratulations, the United States earned it, blah, blah, blah. Others were like, well, enjoy this, and because you're not getting another one for another 46 years. Enjoy your 3 medals. We have ours, and this year, right? And it's like, no. Nothing you can say or do is going to upset me today on this subject. We have 2 gold medals. We sent 2 teams. We came home with 2 gold medals, beat Canada, whooped ass, golden goals, both of them absolutely fantastic. Next, I have loved Leonard Skinner since I was old enough to understand Leonard Skinner was a band from the United States of America. I love every single song they have ever put out. And let me tell you this, the fact that Freebird is now connected to this time and this event in hockey history is awesome, because every single meme, every single video, everything has got that guitar solo going bananas behind it. The guys are running around the ice, the helmets are flying, the sticks are flying, and you just hear Freebird just going bananas in the back. And that is awesome, because that's America. All right, not America, that's America. And Freebird is our true national anthem in America. Okay, Leonard Skinner, the absolute greatest Southern rock band of all effing time. And they represent America. Now, I got 30 seconds left. I always want to encourage our Canadian brethren, after you come back from the dead and you're all zombies, just try a little harder. Work a little harder in practice, and maybe you too someday might win a gold medal in the Olympics. Okay? And I don't want to hear about 3-on-3. You had the 3 best players on the effing planet, Makar, McKinnon, McDavid, on the ice at that time, and you lost. You were favored. 3-on-3, you should have been a gimme. You lost. Deal with it.
Eric, I was allowing you to, I wasn't going to interrupt anything that you said there. I let you roll. But you just said they had the 3 best players on the planet. The best player on the planet wasn't even on the ice or on either roster. That's why the game was as close as it was. That's why it went to overtime. People are forgetting that.
I gotta be honest. I listened to Eric's tirade while I was eating my cookie. By the way, peanut butter is delicious.
I mean, let's if we want to be American, we should have just sent out the best American players and whooped that ass. But instead, we needed to keep it competitive. It was good for hockey. And therefore, the best player had to be held from the roster. And congrats to Jake Ottinger. Dude allowed 0 goals. 0 goals. Gold medalist, 0 goals. That is amazing. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, what I was going to say is, I was enjoying my peanut butter cookie. I was listening to Eric, put on nonsense. I remind you again, he's a German national. So that's the first thing. Second thing, his taste in music is beyond question. Beyond question. Pretty much all the music he likes is trash. So you guys should realize that if he likes Freebird, it's probably just actually causing you hearing problems. You're probably all going to be deaf shortly. So that's terrible. Unfortunately, bad for you. Secondly, again, 3-on-3 is bullshit. And the 3 best, Crosby was not playing that. And also, by the way, you do realize that for something that Eric is trying to brag about, you fucking scrape by. Win in regulation, you pansies. Can't do it? You couldn't score 2 goals in regulation? Team's trash and the music's trash. And also, lastly, inconsistency, Brandon, with what I say often in my regular utterances on this very channel. Eric is sitting there waxing poetic about one single sport that no one in America actually thinks is a sport. If it wasn't for the Olympics, no one would actually care.
I will say I was very displeased with the women's curling team losing. That was heartbreaking.
Indeed. So, Eric, now that you're done with your con artistry, I did appreciate your grift. So, explain to me what happened with Team Germany.
I'm not talking to you about that.
Oh, Brandon, he was actually trying to find stuff to say during that 3 minutes, like he was desperately reaching. And by the way, he brought up zombies. You know who is a zombie who is also kind of appearing on that corner?
That's not Ray Borg.
Mhm.
That's not Ray.
You're right. Ray usually looks a lot worse. He put his makeup on. Just saying.
And I just want to point out your retort to my epilogue is what all Canadians are saying. So you can say you don't care and you weren't paying attention. You don't care.
Eric, I didn't care or pay attention.
You were saying all the things that the people who do care and were paying attention have been saying. 3-on-3 is crap. You wouldn't have been saying that if you won. And we didn't have.
Yes, I would have
in the world. Yes, you did. Makar.
Hold on, Brandon. I seem to recall that when we were having the discussion about the first game, I said 3-on-3 was crap. I said an elimination. And by the way, I also said an elimination. I don't care whether it's gold medal or before that. Elimination. 3-on-3 is crap. 3-on-3 is crap in the NHL. 3-on-3 is crap in international competition.
Yeah,
I'm very consistent on this point.
I even said, and I would have preferred to see the full 5-on-5 out there and just go until there's a winner. Like don't dumb it down for the overtime.
Mm-hmm. Just saying. So I think Eric is conveniently changing the narrative when it suits his purposes. And I recall a litany of excuses when the Patriots lost. A litany. And that was after the all we do is win, 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 win. Endless excuses. Go ahead, Eric. Retort. I'm listening. Go ahead. All I need to do is hear one thing from you. But if I hear silence, Brandon,
that? I mean, that's
acquiescence.
And that was a Seahawk that beat the team that's literally named the Patriots.
Yeah.
And now you're wearing this patriotic shit.
Yeah.
And all USA. Come on, Eric.
And and listen, I'm not even counting all the text message I get from Eric all in the lead up to this. I hate America. I fucking hate the troops. Fuck freedom. It's just endless. Endless. And then this guy puts on a fucking hat. Oh, but now he's wearing a hat. Now it's fine. Okay. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. And you know who won the most medals, Brandon? Norway. So if Eric was going to wear a jersey for something, you should fucking wear one for Norway. Norway won more gold medals? More bronze medals?
They did. They did have the most.
They did have the most. Norway. Psst. And you're bragging about a hockey medal. You may as well have won in tiddlywinks. Why don't you do a real sport next time? Actually, tiddlywinks would have been better than 3-on-3 to decide it. That would have been cool. I would have watched that shit. But there we go. It is what it is. Dan says, when will it end? The longest 3 minutes. Listen, man, I went to go get a cookie. You should have followed my lead. Follow my lead. Yeah. Paul says, watching Canada Twitter. Psh, who's on Twitter? And apparently it's X now. So get with the times, Paul. It's supposed to be X. X. Hockey's an American sport now. I'll sell it to you for $1. I'll sell that to you for $2. Philly Joe's correct. I'm with Eric. Let's go Germany. That's right. Let's go through here. Psh. Listen, you can talk to me after Florida becomes a state. We've already discussed this with Florida Man. You're trying to do the kind of grifting posing that Eric is doing with his fucking hat. Don't lie to people. Peanut butter cookies are excellent. That is true. Football, USA wins 75-0. Baseball, at least 6 games out of 7. I don't know about that. Basketball score might be 125-75. No. See, we have one thing that Americans don't have. Less Americans. And that right there is worth everything. I'll give you all the sports for that. Eric playing with Star Wars figures as a child explains why. There's a marked picture of him with George Lucas in the corner. The fact that curling is an Olympic sport is silly. Hey, listen, I, for one, think that we should remove hockey as an Olympic sport and put in a real sport like breakdancing. Justice for Reagan. If we get Jerry Gunn back, I'm in. Let's do this. Do you guys have any idea how many stupid sports Olympics have? Brandon, part of the reason I don't have put any stock in the Olympics, I'm like, ballroom dancing was an Olympic sport once.
There is a sport that is an Olympic sport, and I'm not going to go into it because it goes down paths that we don't like to go down here. But I thought about it when I was watching it, and I was like, wait, we have this big outrage against these things, and it's a sport in the Olympics.
It is, apparently. But my big thing, Brandon, is when it comes to those other sports, I was like, I dare you to name me a single one of these people outside of an Olympic year. Name any of them. I don't care which one. Name one. Half of these sports don't have any viewers the remaining 364 days in 3 years. I don't know, Philly Joe. Eric would argue.
It's kind of impressive that the people are capable of doing it in the fashion that they're able to do it in. I mean,
yeah. Eric would argue with you, man. He watches women's speed skating for the articles. Just saying. Think about it. Brad, I'm glad you're here. We're gonna discuss this matter because this matter does need to be discussed. But I needed to take care of some housekeeping first. It was important. Also, actually, Brad, I don't know if I obviously you're in the chat, but I don't know if you're around. Do you want to come on for a little bit? Because I do want to discuss the YouTube Hall of Fame right now that we're on the cusp of the conclusion. I have a couple of things that I'd like to chat with you about. Again, no pressure. If you're busy, don't worry about it. But I would like to have you on if you'd be willing. It's a slight advantage to those northern countries with almost year-round winter. Listen, no excuses.
No excuses. We have Alaska.
Eric was shoveling for 3 hours to give you enough snow to last for years. Plenty of snow.
Yeah.
No excuses. There should be plenty of ice available too.
Or was Eric directing Kathy?
Mm-hmm. Either way, there was enough snow and enough ice. I don't want to hear excuses. Good evening, Jeff. Do we think that Shine O'Leary bought the T206 Wagner? See, I actually think it's the Olympic triple auto. I don't know if the Wagner, Brandon, I don't know if the Wagner would be enough to make people weep. I'm just saying. So I'm thinking it's a triple auto if you're going to make people weep. Eric would weep at the sight of a mayonnaise jar. So the bar is low with him. But generally speaking, weeping would require something bigger. I don't think the Wagner would do it. Have to be something more like the triple. Because we haven't seen the triple. We don't have any confirmation anybody actually has it.
No, it's one of those mysterious big chases that has never appeared.
That's why I'm thinking if you're going to try to make that pronouncement ahead of time and call that the big splash, I think that's the direction you go. I think it has to be something we haven't already seen previously. So I think that's the play. So Brad, thank you very much. Sounds good. And I left you a link in the Instagram if you want, when you get a chance. So cool. All right. So now that that's done, by the way, Brandon, for the record, did I not give Eric 3 full minutes?
Yeah.
Eric, that's your Christmas present and your birthday present and your Hanukkah gift. Congratulations. It's a German thing. Don't worry about it. Anyway, the important thing is that now that we're done, it is now time, Eric, for the actual normal segments. By the way, German Eric is staying in the corner of the entire show. Just so that everyone knows. Every time he opens his mouth, I'm just going to point to German Eric.
9.
Moving on.
9.
All right, let me quickly go in. And I do want to talk about the Josh Rosen. We're going to have a Josh Rosen reference in this. It's coming up. All right. So first, comments from last week. By the way, Chad, you can put stuff in there. You're more than welcome. But let's go in here. Good evening, Stuke. Snow biking would be fun to watch. Yes. Or how about my version of cyclocross, which is actually awesome instead of Eric's lane garbage. Fight to the death on ice. All right. Last week's episode. Steam with the PH. Hi, Carlos. Excellent summation of the Collector Super Show. It was awesome seeing hang out with you, Bobby and Mike. Again, thank you so much for your help in introducing me to Brad PSA and your support. As for Pokemon, I thought you said it best. The hobby is going to hobby. Talk soon, my good friend. Thank you very much, Steven. Rob said, not sure I'd like to be referred to as low-hanging fruit when it comes to my interaction. Oh, well, I guess it's better than nothing. I think I know what you were referring to. I'm not 100%, but I have to look at it. Dan here put in, I'm here every week for when Eric loses a silly card Democratic vote. I think it's now 1,900 weeks in a row, which is true. Zach says, it's a 100% democracy. I was going to start paying people not to vote for Eric, but then I realized he's just not good at this. That's fair. I think that's good. Jeff's Card Journey, good evening. Is Sports Card has your nickname 10X? Listen. He got the Ken Golden exclusive, where Ken Golden said exactly what I expected Ken Golden to say. But He did get the exclusive. That's important. All right. So we got the comments from last week. So I think you want to do silly card of the week? I got everything queued up. Are you ready?
I'm
Can
ready.
we exclude Eric's? He actually did well this week. I'm going to give him props before we share it, but golf clap this week, Eric.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Let's see. By the way, no surprise. I can show you. I can show you the percentage if you want, but just to be clear, the dude abides.
Oh, the dude.
Do you want to act surprised? Like the dude abides.
No,
Like,
the dude totally abides.
yeah, it was 60% and 20% and 20%, I believe. And the other two got 20%. So I was actually pretty happy with that outcome. It was very respectable.
And they should have, and they should not have, because the dude abides.
But very respectable when facing the juggernaut that is the dude. So all things considered, a very respectable showing. But yes, the dude did in fact abide.
Back, man. He just wanted his rug back. That's it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But we'll try again this week. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go. First one out of the block. Believe it or not, this doesn't belong to me. It becomes to the Germans.
So yeah, we were doing some, got a new collection in this week, going through sorting cards, and this was in that, and I was like, what the hell is this? If you know, you know, kind of a situation, because Mr. Favre has he has a history of making videos and taking pictures and sending them to people. So I not only just thought this was just completely stupid and ridiculous, it also connects to some of his more illicit behaviors. So I thought this would be a good card of the week.
Think of how happy he had to have been when he goes, oh, thank God, finally the cameras have gotten smaller.
Oh, I know.
This is just so inconvenient.
Like,
so
how would you take a
unacceptably
picture of your junk with that, right?
Ingenuity and desire, Eric.
Yeah.
The will to win.
Yeah.
The kind of will, Eric, where if anyone on the Olympic stage had demonstrated the kind of will that it would have taken, they would have won 47-0 and not have to go to fucking overtime.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's the first option.
Mm-hmm.
Second option.
I was on the clock was running low on me, but I thought this one was pretty funny because the guy's name is Rich Bachelor. So MLB player going to the bar. What's your name?
And apparently a guy who can bid
Rich
on Ken
Bachelor.
Golden auctions.
Yeah. So the card itself, he's kind of a little quirky looking, but MLB.
Why is it taped to whatever it's taped to is what I actually want to know.
Because like I said, the time was running down on me, and when I was browsing looking for these, for some reason, I think we've had one on there before. It was either one you used or Eric used before that had the tape effects on it as well. It was some site that I was browsing silly cards and stuff on. There was many good options, but I thought Rich Bachelor fit for this week.
I think that's fair. All right. Before we get to the last one, this is going to be good. So, Brad, if you're good, just give me a thumbs up. All right, Brad, we're going to get to discussing this. But before I do, there's something very important that I need to address. So right now we've got 2 out of the 3 silly cards of the week. The last one. Here we are.
I was going to use this, but I didn't know if it would fall in your rules because the card itself isn't silly, but the story and the price is absolutely hilarious.
So it had to be done.
Booms are silly. They're the dumbest
and it
things
needed
that ever come in the hobby.
It had to be done, and it needed to be me. Because, Brad, the important takeaway from this is the 2018 Canadian Kaboom, Josh Rosen, 1 of 1. Right there, already. And we're going to get to. See, normally, Brandon, this is where I explain something, and I don't feel like I need to. I feel like all I need to do really is just do that, and then do this, and then do this. That's what I need to do.
And then ask why.
95 bids is the other part.
No,
95
more than $5. They're an idiot.
So we question the $16.5 million Pokemon sale. 95 bids. $26,400. The green kaboom. So you know what my first thought was coming off of this next? The next piece here. I was going to bring the box, Brad. I have the box with all the Josh Rosen stuff, literally full to the brim. And I was just going to write on the side of it. I was just going to put mega yacht. I was just going to write that on the side. Brad, for $26,000, I would have sold him the whole damn box. I would have just shipped it up and said, and Brad, I have National Treasures RPAs, plural. I have multitudes of them, as a matter of fact, different levels of them, different insert levels of them. I have gold prisms. I have one of ones, plural. And for $26,000, I'd have sold the whole damn box. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
I don't feel like I need to explain anymore. That's a silly card of the week as far as I'm concerned. NC.
The question is, were you the $25,000 bid? That's what I needed.
Oh, listen. Eric's like button money didn't come in quite in time. Otherwise, I would have made this real interesting. Made it real interesting. Alas. And by the way, I'm leaving that shit in the corner with Eric being blocked off by it.
He's peeking over Ray's shoulder.
That's not Ray.
That's accurate. That's basically what happens in real life. He's creeping in the background while Ray's trying to do his business.
Ray,
so that will be a community post on the channel. You'll be able to vote. It is 100% a true democracy. Eric has even won sometimes. So that's how you know it's legit. Yeah. Because I would totally rig it against him if it was fake.
He would.
So every single vote counts. Speaking of votes, segue for a second from now. Every single vote counts. The only true democracy in this world. And if you want to talk about money laundering, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. So Phil wants to know, Cole's notes. Josh Rosen was the 10th overall pick in the 2018 NFL draft. I believe it was 2018. There were 5 quarterbacks taken in the first round. 4 of them are still in the league. 2 of them have won MVPs. 1 of them has won multiple MVPs. 1 of them has won a Super Bowl. And the other guy is Josh Rosen. I collect him for great comedic effect and irony. What's that?
Isn't he a banker now or something like that?
He's getting his MBA.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll be Brad, there's still hope that he will be a captain of industry.
When he's in charge of the most successful. You know?
Yeah, when he's in charge of the next meta, he will simply buy the Super Bowl. So there's still time. There's still time. Also, I appreciate you including Cole's notes because I needed to educate these heathens on Cole's notes.
I didn't know. He had to explain what the hell that meant sometime a few weeks back because I was like, I don't understand what that means.
Indeed. So, yes, money laundering is a hobby, dirty little secret, indeed. So, now, that's been addressed. And there will be more jokes, Brad. This Friday, the Josh Rosen jokes will rain from the heavens. Now I've received a mandate. Like, obviously, I'm sitting on a fucking gold mine here, man. A gold mine. I basically told the people on the Discord, I was like, I need to get it. Whoever bought this.
Right.
I got you, bro. I got the hookup for you. Let me tell you. I'm gonna give you an amazing deal. Trust me. Bro price. You're getting pure bro price. Trust me. All right. So, speaking of voting, YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. Couple of things. Tomorrow is the last day of the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. Can you remind me on what time it is?
9 Eastern is the cutoff date.
There you go.
So your video has to be uploaded by then. We won't accept anything after that. So
PM
Eastern.
Brandon, do you want to write it on a piece of paper and I'll just send you the clip of this? You can just upload it. If you want to cheat, you can pretty much just do it live and I'll just send you the video. We'll put the little hashtag on and you're done.
Oh no, I'll get it done. 9 p.m. I'll be good. Yeah.
All right.
I'll get it done tomorrow.
Fair enough. For anybody who hasn't got around to it yet, Keith, there's still time, but I'm just letting you know. Yeah. So a lot of people in Orlando did suspect this exact thing. I have no idea. Like, I genuinely have no idea. Listen, if it was Rosen, again, call me. I won't. I got a whole box. Look, I'll wrap up the whole box real nice. You pay enough money. You put enough zeros at the end of that, Brad. I will hand deliver that shit.
That's
Trust
right.
me. You put enough zeros at the end, I will hand deliver the whole damn box. I'll autograph the box for you.
And you know, if Carlos is willing to travel, it's serious. All right.
Now listen, I don't want to do any of that shit. The only thing I hate more than traveling is mornings. So but for enough money, Brad, I can be coaxed. I have a price. The guy bought us 2 steps ahead of the law. Better strike quickly. That's right. We shall see. We shall see. Listen, do not fight with Don Mattingly in vain. Don't fight in vain. That's all I'm saying to you. Anyway, all right. So now we got the deadline covered. So there was, and for the record, total ripoff.
Yes, I know. Yes.
So Dustin went there. I put it out there with Mike Baseball Collector on the screen. We were trying to find out the legalities of it, but you guys had to actually make a ruling. So Dustin, Sports Card Dad, put himself on all 10 spots on his own ballot. Now, I did question if you could do that because it was left open to interpretation. So please, Brad, explain. How did the committee arrive at this thing? And also, I'm crediting myself.
The fact that I had to explain this is the sad part. But number one, you can vote for yourself. Because here's the way I look at it. Anybody willing to vote for themselves, most likely you're doing more harm than good to yourself anyways. But you can vote for yourself.
Well, his vote was counted, yeah.
Yes. But not the same person multiple times. So, I mean,
Brad,
maybe I should get the 5-page rule book out and just.
Brad, may I ask you a question, sir?
Yes.
You've had to sit through and watch all of these videos and collect the data and the data and create the data points so you know who's getting the votes. So you've watched a lot of videos.
Uh-huh.
What would you say was the most, say, unique video that was sent to you this year?
Well, see, there was some more on biking in the snow. I saw one of those.
There was an AI one. There was an AI one with singing.
There was one that, there were actually a couple good AI ones.
Yeah, but that's not real.
But
as you well know.
I would say of the real variety, I would say probably the biker in the snow.
So the idiot riding his bike in the snow was probably the most unique.
Yeah, here he's shown with Willie O'Ree.
Looks familiar.
Again, a completely legitimate picture.
But
it was crazy that guy came all the way from Germany to pose with Willie O'Ree in a mayonnaise jar. It was kind of weird.
I also had to do my due diligence to see if that guy was qualified to vote or not.
Yes, I am.
And I confirmed, yes, folks, that guy was qualified to vote.
Yes, I am.
And that's important because that might be the only thing he's qualified for. There are so many things he's not qualified for, legally, morally, anything else we got.
Yeah, there was last year. I understood the rules and immediately made a video showing hockey card content, which then made me eligible a year later.
That's right. He showed off a Gordie Howe
1966 Gordie Howe card.
So you guys do know we do check.
So Brandon, I already gave Eric his Hanukkah gift, his Christmas gift, and his birthday gift.
No.
All three of these things.
No.
Now?
You were very generous this evening. Yeah.
I was extremely generous, but look, for what has just occurred here, I'm going to give him his Festivus gift. Now, the problem is he's covered for like the next 5 years. Like, that's it. Like, there's nothing after that, it's done. So I'm going to give him his Festivus gift right now for having the video ahead of time in order to officially meet the criteria, therefore making it technically correct, which is the best kind of correct. The best kind of correct is technically correct. Eric has proudly and correctly utilized the hashtag LongCon.
And
Eric
followed one of our rules of thou shall not effort.
Yeah, hold on, Eric.
Riding a freaking bike.
No,
Eric, here's the moment.
In the snow.
Eric, here's the moment.
Out of breath.
Eric, don't ruin your own moment here. Hold on. There's production values, Brad. Did you feel it?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
hey, if the rule said you had to have 2 videos, I would have had 2 videos. The rule says I had to have 1 video within the year, bang that sucker out right in the middle of a show, and I waited a year to be eligible.
Yeah, it was funny because Scott messaged me. He goes, he's on Collige's show all the time. I'm like, well, technically that doesn't count.
That's correct.
So I said, let me go look at it. And I checked the shorts. And sure enough, there you go.
Don't worry, Brad. He has to be checked on everything he does.
Oh, and everything.
Yeah, some of this has been interesting. There's been a few we've had to put the kibosh on. There was also another guy who wanted to vote for the sports card dad 10 times. So that's.
I did see that, yeah. So that was shown on our Discord.
Well, about the 10-time thing, what about the folks who have like so many channels? What if they have 10 channels? Can they vote for each channel?
I told Ziggy this. I'm only letting you vote once. Now your channel can get it. So, like, let's say you have 3 channels. Theoretically, some people have
10.
Well, I've seen
those
individual
guys
and
can be eligible to get in, but you can only vote once for yourself.
yeah, I've seen individual and collab channels like get in. Like that's happened with
No,
Tops
what I was meaning is
8541.
what I was meaning is all 10 of their votes, each individually, their 10 channels.
Yeah, they start creating 10 channels.
So what you're saying, Brad, is that after this year, and I am proud to have at least participated in this. Now, as opposed to the original set of rules, which were relatively, we could fit it on a post-it note. Now we got like subsection 7.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Paragraph 3.
Next year you're gonna see like an actual like list of 10 rules. You have to spell this stuff out for people.
I'm
All right,
not
for
going
the record,
to
though.
on the video, will I?
For the record,
No,
though,
you're good forever now. Just
Yeah, he's good.
don't delete that video.
I will not.
for the record, though, in this set of new rules, since I predate Dustin's attempt by at least 10 days, I want my name on that rule. This is what I want.
So you don't want it to be the sports card dad rule. You want it to be
God, no, he doesn't deserve a damn thing. Lazy bastard's got enough sponsors. He can beg a sponsor for something. No, that's mine.
That on your live, and you guys were talking about it. I said, "Oh boy, please don't do that."
Oh. It was a lot. Brad, it was so much closer than you think. It was so much closer. I was sitting there like, how can I throw a grenade into this?
Yeah,
How can I give this the proper reverence?
But I had faith in you guys, even this motley crew, that you wouldn't try to do that. So.
Yeah, I was this close.
It was like 50-50, Brad. It was like 50-50.
I was like that close.
At the same time that I was figuring out what I was going to read for the ballot, is like I was sitting there like, because I had 2 versions of the list. There were 2 versions. One of them may have included my name multiple times. If he used 3 OGs votes for himself, yes. Hey, listen, you gotta. So now that you're reaching, so do you think you're going to get a big influx here at the tail end? You think you're going to get a bunch of folks?
Yeah, we got a lot yesterday. So yesterday was one of the bigger days. I felt like we're up to 109 as when I got.
I was 88. That's good.
Yeah. So like I said, we got a lot the last, I would say, 36 hours. So.
Makes sense. Yeah. A lot of people wait until the last
I
day.
expected around the 120 mark. We're at 109 now. So
now, Brad, I understand. We're going to play by the rules.
Okay.
Not looking for any special treatment. I'm not going to ask you, before 9 p.m. tomorrow, are we in?
Oh, right.
All I will so I'm not going to do that. That'd be disrespectful, and I respect you too much as a man.
Okay.
I will ask you, though, and you can just nod.
Okay.
Should I warm up the kazoo?
It's
Don't tell him. USA Hockey had to go to overtime to win. Eric's got to go to overtime to win.
okay.
I'm just asking if I should.
No, Eric. No spoilers.
You can listen. You can just kind of, or
look, Eric's Brad. Ignore Eric. He's been posing as an American this entire time. He's a grifter by trade. Like it's unbelievable the things he'll go through. I would rather ask you a more legitimate question.
Okay.
With a full understanding of my soon to be coming ill-begotten gains from Josh Rosen's sales, and understand that I can make life very comfortable for several of you in the committee. What do I need to do to get rid of several ballots that are not in my favor? We don't need to do multiples. We just need to eliminate the ones that don't fit our agenda. What do we need to do to hashtag rig this? Take the NFL. What do we need to do to hashtag rig this?
I have cash.
I don't care how we arrive at this. Brad, we can count every single one of these votes, but I think the BIC received 47,000 votes.
Yeah.
How that math works out, Eric's not very good at math. So you know what? We'll let him validate it. It's probably wrong, but that's fine.
I have cash. It's Canadian, so it's worthless.
Right.
But I am willing to pay you in Canadian dollars.
Okay. I mean, that's tempting.
Just saying.
You should ask Eric how he got it as a German international man of mystery. He's got multiple passports too.
So if you want some Canadian funny money, we can make some votes happen here. Make some other ones go away. Some fall off the desk while we're counting. Whatever's got to happen.
Like I said, Brad, listen, I would not think less of you. As a matter of fact, being that Colombian is my heritage and corruption is my birthright, I would think more of you, honestly.
Brad, do you know what a Colombian necktie is?
No.
I think you might be finding out soon if we don't.
Why do you think Eric stays in that room, whether he likes you or not, for all his protestations? There's threats.
Eric, I have a serious question, though.
We're going to start serious questions.
Okay.
Now's not the time.
You have been too enjoy, like you enjoy it too much, pandering for the adjacency. What are you going to do?
Pass out.
If it happens, because then you're not going to have anything. Like, I think you may actually be sad and depressed because you won't have anything to go for.
No, because if I don't win adjacency, I'm going to go on a hate tirade. I'm going to spin.
Wouldn't that be fun?
I'm going to spin the entire thing, and instead of being very pro Hall of Fame.
All right, I'm going to read some comments, but then I have a better idea. Eric's idea as usual is trash, but I have a much better idea than that. And I want you to keep thinking about the hashtag rig, Brad. You understand. As an NFL fan, you should understand the hashtag rig, embrace it into your soul. All right. Zach says, hey, Carlos, I read your and Dan's comments laying out the money laundering sub at UB. I appreciate it. No worries. Em says, don't do it, Brad. Yes. Give in to the dark side. Rick says, I'm making mine tonight or in the morning. Go for it, Rick. Keep the poker face, Brad. That's right. Appreciate the question, Zach. That's right. Listen, you guys fight each other. I was personally hoping for more engagement in that video because the revelations are quite striking. We're going to have to shamelessly plug that video. I think it's going to happen. It was a good video. I thought that was a good one. The FTX connection was something nobody touched. Let's see here. Bobby Rollins, right. I was hoping I'd do it last minute. Nobody paid attention. That's right. Just stopping to say good evening. Good evening, Josh, gentlemen, and Eric. We'll catch you later. Suck it, Eric. That's right. Like the Red Sox and Cubs winning a World Series, the public at large will not be able to root for you as an underdog anymore. So I actually have a solution to this problem. As usual, Brad, Eric is a problem causer. I am a problem solver. I have already figured out how we're going to deal with this. So after you guys agree to help me rig this and completely undermine the legitimacy of this fictitious Hall of Fame, which is what God intended, the content gods, then I will volunteer to impeach myself along with Bob Lewis because he needs to be taken down. And I've been on this train for years. And if you let me in, I will drag us both out.
Okay, so if I let you in, you two go. That's tempting.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that I have to see if that's what the people really want. But that's tempting.
I think listen. If you pitch it the way I just did, everyone wants that. There is literally not a living soul. There are people in Bob Lewis's house that want that.
I don't know. Bob was a nice guy.
That's not the point, Brandon. That's not the point. I've been on the Bob Lewis impeachment. Brad, as the keeper of the OG ballot and a historian in this instance, have I or have I not been on the Bob Lewis impeachment train for literal years?
Yes, for multiple years, yes.
This is not a new thing. I've been on this. And Bob Lewis has been skirting. He's been hiding. I know. He specifically avoided the public eye so that it will not be brought up, but I didn't forget, Bob.
When was the last
Wherever
time
you
he
are,
was
I
seen?
didn't forget.
When was the last time he was seen or heard of?
Probably on the IRP somewhere.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think a month or two ago on there. Yeah.
I was going to say, usually that's pretty much, that's the only time he's seen at this point. Otherwise, it's like Sasquatch.
Yeah, and it was probably he probably wasn't even there. It was probably just Chair, and he probably left.
Hey, listen, it was Chair. As far as I'm concerned, Chair deserves to be in the Hall of Fame more than Bob Lewis. But
So, Eric, just so I'm clear, you don't get adjacency this year. There's going to be a lot of hate towards us. That's what.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Okay.
I'm going to spin the entire thing, and I'm going to go on a hate tirade. It will last the remainder of the year until maybe we get in next year.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. So Brad, like I said, my solution is we get rid of the Bob Lewis problem. We get great entertainment for all of us. And then because we're booted out, it gives us an excuse to go with adjacency again, but then we have to up the ante. So maybe I light Eric on fire while he's doing the
I don't want to be lit on fire though.
That's not what you want. Is irrelevant, Eric. It's not about you. It's about the content gods. It's just bigger than you.
All right.
Doesn't Eric already have hate tirades on days that end in Y? Yes. Yes. Listen, do not call out our hypocrisy.
Yeah,
That's not the point of this.
No.
It's a lot to think about, Brad. I'm just saying. Like,
But
look,
I
like you guys.
Tirades on the Hall of Fame, where this
Look.
past year I have been singing their praises and wishing to be a part of their little club. Now, if I don't get into the little club, I'm going to burn the club down.
Makes sense. We got it.
Yeah. But like I said, look, Brad, I feel I've presented a very attractive package here. And as a person who has been on this channel before and we appreciate you, as another person that we are friends with the IRP and Scotty Tradition, fellow Packer collector, we have an affinity. And I've said on the record that Ray from Philly, even though I've never spoken to the man at any point or time, he is my favorite person from Philly, not Rocky Balboa. After Rocky Balboa, he's my favorite person from Philly. I'm on record. There is nobody else from Philadelphia, especially not people who are Cap Anson apologists from Philadelphia that I can think of.
Yeah. Okay.
So like I'm saying, don't do this for me. Do it for the content gods and do it for the ridiculous amount of content that I would so milk out of this. Just saying.
Brad,
My track record speaks for itself, man.
Brad,
Longest running episodic, whatever it is, you know this. Everybody knows.
not all heroes wear capes. Just remember that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This could be your moment.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. You only know what's coming would lead to, yes. Now, says Carlos is pandering now. You're damn right, Orlando. Listen, I don't want to be in this Hall of Fame legitimately. Being in legitimately would actually offend me.
Right. I was going to say,
I want to
it
cheat.
actually hurt the image, I feel like.
I want to cheat without shame. I want it to be so obvious that I cheated. That would even make it better.
I don't care how I get in. I just want to be Hall of Fame adjacent. This is all I have. My life kind of sucks. I don't have any friends that I could think of. My family doesn't like me. I wake up every day disappointed I'm still alive.
Yeah, true.
This is all I have. If I don't get in, I got nothing. I got nothing.
Yeah. Tough one. It's a tough one, Brad. I don't know what I would do in your place. Take the buyout.
Take that Canadian funny money, baby. Has anyone else tried to bribe you? If the answer is no, that just shows you they don't want it that bad.
I feel
like asked a lot of questions. I don't know if I'm allowed to answer.
That one would actually be a great question. Has anyone actually tried to bribe you?
I would know that now.
I would love to you to be like, no, definitely not.
Brad, obviously you know that we'll pull the curtain aside for a quick second. You obviously know that this show is just built on complete and utter nonsense. But I kind of do want to know if someone puts this on such a high priority that they have offered you cash to bribe you into getting in. That would
no. I can honestly say that hasn't actually happened.
That would make my life.
Yeah. In the same way, Brad, that I feel that I was a trendsetter by pointing out the obvious flaw, the gaping loophole, I'm just putting it out there. Do you want to share any PayPal accounts? Does anybody want to share any PayPal addresses?
Yeah, I might have an email on the screen. If you need anything, email me.
Yeah, do you take Venmo?
It's like if you guys have any questions about the process, you can email them here with consideration. I'm having a little bit too much fun with this, Brad. I got to be honest. This is one of my favorite times of the year.
And
well, I know it is.
I can't believe you were crazy enough to join us because you knew what was coming.
Well, I think part of the reason why Carlos likes me is, can't take it that serious,
No.
It's like, that's what I told people when I started. I'm like, we're bringing fun back to that. You can have fun with it, for heaven's sakes,
Oh, and I am.
Yep.
And
that's why I'm all
in so many ways. In so many ways.
Even if it's making fun of us, I'm all for it.
If someone considers utter nonsense fun, then this is the place to be.
Yes. And you have a crowd.
I like to think we do. Well, I already volunteered my services for the post-game show on the IRP. I already said, I am there to be an analyst. And few people have studied this very solemn thing with the depth that I have. to the point of understanding and exploiting loopholes.
Yeah, I had to warn you, and I repeat. Just because the voting ends at 9 doesn't mean we're gonna have the video up tomorrow. It might be Wednesday.
Well, Brad, if you went with my plan, then it's like, so Carlos, and we'll figure out the other 4 later. Don't worry about it. It's not that hard. Easy. Just telling you. I'm actually going to be curious. Obviously, like I said, I'm expecting there'll be a couple of people that'll try to sneak in at the last minute. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, but I have to think you guys are counting along the way. So you at least already have like a working tally, and that's just adding in whatever the additional ones are. Right,
putting the stuff in the spreadsheet takes time. A lot of times we have a hard hand count, and then we're putting it in as.
I'll give you 12 hours, 9 a.m., okay, on Wednesday morning, or I go on my hate spree.
Hate spree, or as you like to call it, your morning rant in general.
Yeah,
your hate spree.
Yeah, it's just Wednesday.
It's like what happens. All I did was get Michelle just to record and doing as usual.
Yeah,
he has his coffee and he just starts rambling.
All right, 9 a.m. Wednesday. That's it. 9:01.
I will make sure it's at least in the PM then.
It's gonna be.
That's just so I don't have to watch Dustin's interview with Golden. Do they ever touch the liquid marketplace? Yes, they do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of what he says is the same thing. It's the same thing he said during the live. He just kind of reiterates it because he took down the live. Although I've heard rumors that during my watch along, number one, do you get to see it with my commentary and the chat? But number two, perhaps in the description there is a backup copy. Not that I would do that. That's all I'm saying. See, Brad, I got layers and dimensions. So many things. Brings me joy that Bob Lewis is in and Dustin doesn't. Who is Bob Lewis? That is an excellent question.
First of all, excuse me.
That is an amazing question.
All right, first of all.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
Silence, Eric. Brad, please. May it please the court. Could you explain Bob Lewis? I would love to hear you explain Bob Lewis. That would be wonderful. What is the Bob Lewis?
That would be about what I would give you. Just
Indeed.
Always confused and eating cereal.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that in the nicest way possible.
Yes, yes. Bob Lewis is someone who was part of what happened when there were less ballots. And while there has never been an official criteria, whatever it is, Bob Lewis doesn't qualify, but yet there he is. I don't care what your criteria is. He doesn't qualify. Whatever it is, he exists in theory. He is an abstract, a concept. And Brad, I still stand my theory. This is like aliens. This is the conspiracy thing. This is me with the board bringing everything together with string. I am convinced Bob Lewis actually only has one video. I've said this. And I think no matter what time you ever check out Bob Lewis's channel, whatever video you watch is actually that one video. It just exists in space-time. That's it. There is no other video. That's it.
That could be the case.
Just saying. I haven't heard anybody refute it, mathematically or philosophically. All I think I care about is defending my most votes record last year. Well, unfortunately, Orlando, if some people take the buyout, I'm going to have 47,000 votes minimum. So I'm afraid that's going to surpass you, at least by a couple. Eric, you could learn American Sign Language. You know, if you were American, you'd know American Sign Language is all I'm saying.
Get sorted out. Okay? You will refer to Bob Lewis as Hall of Famer.
That's
Bob
true.
Lewis. There is no, I don't know who Bob Lewis is. Okay? You're going to speak his name. You will start with Hall of Famer Bob Lewis.
You know what I prefer to call him?
Each and every time. Each and every time.
Now, Brandon, one of the downsides of StreamYard is I'm never sure if the volume's high enough, but I'm going to try. What I like to prefer to him, Brad, when I refer to him, I like to call him by his government name. Bob Lewis. Look at this key.
Well, Bob.
Hall of Famer Bob Lewis.
Zach says, I don't know what is more worthy of a paywall. A Hobby Talk Live after you get it, or if you don't get it in the Hall of Fame. Either way, it could work out. We got to put it on the Patreon, Brandon. We can get rich. I haven't seen this.
Patreon that doesn't exist.
Orlando, I will answer that question. You are safe.
Yeah. No. Right now, unless the math is, I've seen, I think enough though. I haven't watched all the votes, but I'm pretty confident that I think there's been enough variety. I don't think it's coalesced around anybody individually that much.
Yeah. I don't have the data in front of me. It wouldn't surprise me if it was like the most people with 20 plus votes.
I think that's probably about right. That's probably about right. I thought there'd be a candidate that determined community rallies around. Yeah. Bob, the Hall of Famer. That's true. John, that's why I voted for you, my friend. Maybe he's Bob Boozle. Oh, he wishes he was Bob Boozle. That's a different thing entirely. We already addressed this issue. We let the Germans. We let the German over there handle it for you.
That is not an issue.
Oh, it's an issue.
America.
Mm-hmm. Continue worshiping the Kaiser. Can we get Bob Boozle a YouTube Hall of Fame commenter patch? Well, I think you're gonna have to make it. The whole commenter thing is like its own thing. You gotta kind of make up your own patch. Well, actually, this is a question. I know Jake was able to take it over. Do you guys have like access to like whoever actually makes the patch? Is it going to be like the same patch maker, or is there somebody else doing it now?
Oh, there could be a good story to this that may give you content gods later. So I don't have the patches yet. Problem.
Can Mike say adjacency?
Have you thought seriously? Have you thought about just going to the Goodwill store, getting like a couple of bowling trophies and slapping something on top? Yes.
No, but supposedly Jake's has them. We just haven't set it out yet. So
I see. All right.
I want mine to say Hall of Fame adjacent.
I'll write it on there for you.
Thank you.
How about that?
Awesome.
I think instead of patches, they need to up the game. They need to up the game. This is the card, the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. Instead of a patch, I think we need to find the channel's favorite player, get the absolute silliest, worst card we could of that player, destroy it to where it would get no higher than a 1 so they could get first place, and have it encapsulated for them. We can do it with the craziest, cheapest, self-encapsulated company there is. We could do Poo Poo Pony.
Look, first of all, Brandon, first of all, I'm not going to besmirch my hands buying a Reggie Lemon just to get it in a tag slab to give it to Eric.
I'm just saying, I think that would be Hall of Fame worthy.
Okay. All right.
I can't say behind the German.
Put it in the notes.
Yeah. I did appreciate you saying you would write it in there, Brad. Are you saying that you're considering our proposal? Because we've had a couple of good ones.
Put it this way. I consider it all. I might consider it stupid, but I consider it all. Okay.
Oh, Brad, there was nothing stupid about some of those proposals. Some of those proposals were excellent, and they're right in line with the amount of legitimacy and gravitas that this deserves. They're right in line with it. Orlando says, Dan, wait until you're eligible. I can be bribed. See, Orlando has the spirit.
Now we know how Orlando builds his collection.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, you gotta make some money when you can. I just didn't get announced. So
it'll be announced on Ray from Philly's channel, most likely Wednesday night, if everything goes smoothly. Assuming there isn't like 60 votes in the last day that we gotta,
9 a.m.
So that's probably what we're aiming for right now, would be Wednesday night. But that could change depending on if there isn't a set date for it. We want to make sure everything's correct. So.
Mm-hmm. So I'll finish reading these comments and then I'll ask you a more serious question. I actually have one. So what is it getting else? We covered that. Patches, we don't need the stinking patches. Like I said, I like the bowling trophy idea. I think it'd be awesome. Eric's not getting a patch. We need Hall of Fame genres. So we're going to touch that. Mike, sports and fishing duo. Yes. Can't wait for Carlos' acceptance speech. Let me tell you. 7 years ago. Forefathers that had nothing to do with Eric. Founded a nation on the principle that Freebird is a shitty song.
It is not.
That's all I'm giving you. The rest is left up to the history books if it comes to Sure. So touching on Ham's point, it is kind of even my favorite part about this whole process, Brad, is that I get my friend of the channel, Mike Baseball Collector. we had him on and we were like discussing so I had to go all the way to the OG commissioner. We had to discuss it. My friend and me, Mike, first of all, he tried to offend me by suggesting that I am lacking in compassion. Hurtful words. Hurtful words.
Oh yeah, because not a shoulder to cry on or something like that. Okay, yeah.
It's bullshit, Brad. I am nothing if not compassion personified.
Yeah, I mean, you're one of the first I'd come to.
Absolutely.
I needed to
That's
cry.
That's what I'm saying. And I like to make Eric cry all the time, so I have plenty of experience. So, like, what are we talking about here? Who's more qualified, honestly? But anyway, we resolved that issue.
Okay.
But in the course of that conversation, this year brings out all that stuff. It's like that's where it gets good. It's like, all right, we got baseball collector out. He's out of hibernation. Here he is. It's gonna be fun. But one of the comments that was brought up, and Ham mentioned it, kind of we were talking about, is it's always going to be a popularity contest. There's nothing you can do really to break that. Like, it's impossible.
Right.
The category thing, though, the problem is it overcomplicates things because a lot of people get confused by it.
Right.
But there is an argument to be made that in a way it allows certain channels to kind of get put in their own bucket because the whole kind of open-endedness kind of hinders it. Because if people are into certain kind of things, well, it's automatically going to go there. Like right now, it is still, regardless, like even without seeing your spreadsheet, it is going to lean heavily vintage baseball because that's the biggest voting block at this point.
Well, yeah, that's what.
Yeah. So it's like automatically it's going to be the OG ballot actually kind of helps because you were working towards, like, for example, look, it would have been the greatest joy of my life to make sure that my ballot didn't include a single OG just to make Dave mad. That's what I wanted to do. Problem was a couple of people that I already had on were in the OG ballot. It's like, well, if I'm just being consistent, even if I don't change it, they're already there. So automatically they were there. But that does mean, so Dead Guy Cardboard, for example, he's been on that ballot a couple of times. So like he's like the perfect guy for being already in that category. I actually think he's an example. I think it's been to his benefit being in that separate one because then it opens up a slot on the other side. And then people don't have to do this like, oh, but I've got 8 already. Do I have enough room and do this whole mathematical thing?
And the other part to it too was if you do the separate old guys, then the people that are a few years after that, the people who always voted for the old guys and like to work kind of back to, old to new can maybe put channels that are 8 years old, 7 years old, that they wouldn't normally have on their ballot because they were voting for the 15-year-olds. So that was also a thing to kind of maybe help lift those, which we have seen one of those, I would say, work this year like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say who, but one definitely worked in that manner. So, that was kind of also a thing we thought about as well. I think overall it went pretty well. I didn't expect 100% participation on it. The idea was, hey, you check those out, and maybe next year, maybe you found 2 or 3 people that you didn't know about, So I think we're at about a 78% clip of voting for it. So that's not too bad. My goal was 80, so that's pretty good.
Well, listen, even if you had been upset about the participation rate, I know there are some very passionate Amish people who were taking up the mantle on your behalf in a very angry manner.
Yes.
Clearly not a man of peace.
Guys. They're passionate.
Clearly not a man of peace. Can't relate. Not a man of peace. Wild.
But, yeah, I've been pretty happy with it. So I think people for the most part, it's gotten good reviews on it. So. Mm-hmm. And by the way, Ham, I didn't dismiss your genre idea, but as Carlos said, it's just you're really overcomplicating. So I'm just
Well, I think the problem is
people who do both. What do I put them in? And then like what do I put you in? For instance, what would I put you in?
General awesomeness,
right? Just like because you literally do both. Like you're both. It would just that would be just so tough. And plus, Mantle has those awards, don't they?
Well, they do now. They created one. Have you thought about? Look, maybe the angle, Brad. Maybe the angle is that you need your Ford Frick Award equivalent, like basically something that is a very special kind of a category that's less than that's it right there. That's it.
You can't explain it.
and I accept. Hand it over, and then we're done. The charade is over. We've taken care of the problem, Brad. I fixed it. I was trying to say, good evening, Sammy. Carlos needs to understand that shitty music can be good. Listen, Eric's been pitching for Kiss for the longest time. We know this. We've heard this. Greatest 90s band was Nirvana. That shit wasn't good. There you go. Fair enough. I love Dead Guy Cardboard. Great mix of modern and pre-war. Agreed. 100%. That's why, like, I don't have this problem, Brad. I never fill the ballot. And Dead Guy Cardboard has been on mine for a while because I like his channel. Right. I like his channel just fine. Need to make a card for Eric with partial patch. Picture of Eric and Matt from Providence on the card. That'd be amazing.
I don't want that.
I do everything. Ask Eric. Yeah, there could be a fishing category, and then Ham's got his own. Like, we could have the whatever Bob Lewis is, and there's his subcategory. There it is right there, and it explains Bob Lewis.
You understand, Brad, that Ham is referring to the affair he's having with my wife, correct?
Oh, I didn't realize that. I missed that in the previous episodes.
Please.
Well, that was part of the reason that Eric was explaining that. I think his family likes him. So really, when I need to get something done, I just ask Ham to ask his wife so that it gets done.
Oh, okay.
Please don't laugh at his.
Never.
No,
don't worry.
Okay.
I'm on your side, Eric.
Thank you.
So are you suggesting that it would be in bad taste to laugh at such a thing?
Right.
To be clear, I didn't laugh.
I don't think Mike Ham being a home wrecker is funny, but okay. But whatever entertains the people, I guess.
I believe it did. Yep. See, Brad, we are beyond categorization. Whatever it is, I promise you, there isn't another person in any of those ballots that could have had the sequence that just played out.
I would safely agree with that.
And I just don't think the electorate understands. They just don't appreciate exactly what it is we're bringing to the table. I'm not sure we even understand it fully ourselves.
No, I've made it clear several times tonight. Nonsense. Complete, utter nonsense.
Now, all right. Beyond that, thank you for answering our all important questions. Chat, if there's any remaining lingering questions, feel free to ask them. But otherwise, we'll move on. So, Brad, feel free to drop off anytime. But before you do, I got a couple of separate questions for you.
Okay.
So otherwise, how are things going? How are things going? Collector land. Obviously, this has been keeping you busy and working on it. But what else is going on in the world of Brad?
Collecting wise, been striking out on the Merino stuff.
Okay.
I was looking, those old Gallery of Heroes, the original kind of stained glass cards. Made a mistake not buying that years ago. I've been on 2 of those that popped up and lost both of them. But
Okay.
just looking for stuff that's like missing, just types of things that are missing kind of in the collection. I've kind of focusing on that, but unsuccessful so far this year. But
I think it's fair. Now, do you kind of subscribe, like lately, what I've been kind of doing myself is that I do have my regular collecting categories, but I've been kind of doing a little bit of consolidating. Not because I can't, I just would rather move some stuff. I just don't want to have more stuff. There's just volume is not necessary at the moment. I'd rather just have quality over quantity. Now, what the Medano collection is its own beast. That's a quantity thing and quality most of the time. But the other ones, I'd rather like even the Rehavres. I've got a full box of them, so I'd rather just move off a couple of them and then get a couple of other pieces. So move those. I've had enough time with them that I'd be like, I know what my favorites are. The favorites get moved into that side of the box, and the other ones are like, all right, let me make these available, and then we'll start putting some more stuff. I'd rather have a smaller box as opposed to 2 rows into 1,600.
yeah, I would do it as like I don't really have any desire to like move Merinos, but like I could see myself doing that with like the lesser players over the years or not my favorites, but I don't really have the I don't pick up a ton of cards every year because I'm kind of like if you've watched my video, I'll probably pick up 20 cards a year. Not counting gifts or anything given to me, just that I actually buy. It's probably 20 cards a year.
Well, if we count the Bradley Claus thing, it's like 20,000 cards, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying. I've seen.
Put it this way: I buy way more cards number-wise for other people than I do myself.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
That's right.
There's no doubt about that. Yes, but so I've never been like a bulk collector. Like I don't, and not that I don't appreciate like the dollar bin cards. I just, as you said, I don't want 1 million cards. I know what that's going to look like as you age, especially. You're going to be like, oh man, this is too much stuff. I've always kind of been a little conscious of that, even at a young age. So.
Oh, I have kind of a way I'm going to resolve that. I have still have a lot of 1991 Fleer and people who remain nameless. I think I found the right place to drop it. There's a dumpster somewhere out there in Massachusetts, and I just volume.
He
by
would
the
like
truck.
yellow, right?
Oh yes. It reminds him of condiments. There are condiments that he particularly enjoys, like mayonnaise. Just saying. Last week's silly card of the week was a mayonnaise-related card. Correct, Brandon? The dude abides. Have to show the
He
proper respect.
enjoyed it. He enjoyed it.
Yes. Sammy says, you want to know a collector's nightmare? Leaving a show and going through the cards you brought with you to only find that you can't find one of them. That is a nightmare.
Yes.
Indeed. Now, let me ask you this question. I've been finding, for the most part, what's been interesting to me, I've joked with people about it, but at the same time, like, I like making videos. I enjoy doing this. I like making the content, the lives, and all that stuff, and having the silliest. I find ways to amuse myself. This is how I entertain myself. But I've been finding in the watching, like, it's a lot of it does feel same. I've talked about this, the last couple of months, and a lot of times, because it's YouTube, I'll find myself going down different rabbit holes just to find different spots that are more entertaining for me. Because I feel like the card content, a lot of it is kind of old hat. I'll see these cards like, oh, that's a nice card, but like usually I've seen a bunch of it. Like, it's very rare that I'll see, oh, I've never seen that before. And it's
Right.
got to find stuff. It's not, there's no lack of channels. There's plenty of channels, but it's just tough to find stuff that's interesting. So you look for some novelty, something's a little interesting, or somebody that took a different angle.
Right.
That's been kind of a bit of a rut for a while that I've been talking about.
That's why usually the guy who tells the story will usually always good at telling the story about whatever they're picking up, or those will usually be the most consistently captivating to people. I have found that the guys who get the consistent views on their stuff is usually good storytellers. Not so much what you're picking up, but the story, or just somebody learned something when they're watching it. That's what I've noticed. Seems to get the consistent.
Well, usually we play almost the equivalent of drinking games. We try to find out how long it's going to be. Like, Brandon today towed the line. He was getting dangerously close to referencing Jason Robertson. Eric was there. He was poised. And Brandon just towed that line, just very carefully avoided it. Barely. Like, it was right there. He was like, nope.
I was just telling the story.
My shoulders were hurting. I was
He was
ready.
just peering over the void.
Nope.
It's right there.
Nope.
You're just waiting for the moment to strike, Brandon. I can see it. I can see the twinkle in your eyes. You're like waiting for that moment when Eric is least suspecting it. All of a sudden, bam! Jason Robertson right in the face. I can see it. Let me ask you this. I think tomorrow will be unintentionally entertaining. I don't watch all the IRP episodes anymore because a lot of times it does, even the same vein. Like, I kind of know where Dave, Steve, and those guys are going to go. Like, it goes in a certain direction. So I'm like, all right, I'll tune in from time to time and like skim through a little bit and just watch. But no, this particular episode, I always look forward to this one. So what kind of scintillating analysis do you think we're going to get from the boys? Let's kind of think ahead. Where could this go? Where could this go?
I think they're going to be pretty tame this week. I do.
Do you think so?
They got a bunch of new best friends. I think they're going to be tame this week.
Can I take the under on that? I like to wager for the under.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I see being triggered here, but it's Ray Bork, I think, photo with Eric bothering me because it's blocking him from showing cards. No, it's intentional. It is critically important that everybody sees at the beginning of the show, Sammy, Eric was out there spreading lies. He sat on a throne of lies. So everyone needs to see Mr. Germany over there, Leon Draisaitl, super collector. Trust me, it's important. A lot of people don't realize, Brad, that you can do these overlays, and if you do the see-through transparency, you can do a lot of things. A lot of things. Not everybody exploits this.
I'll say you're fancy.
I do. Mm-hmm. Oh, it is by design, sir. It is by design. And the eyes of Brett Favre in the corner over there, watching all of you. Anyway, we can block Eric? Yes. I thought about making the picture even bigger. I thought originally just making it take up the entire bottom of the screen and just blocking Eric that way. Sabi Rayborg is a better picture than what Eric has to show. That's right. That is right. Oh, that's the losing quarterback. That guy sucks.
He was runner-up MVP of the league.
Yeah, he showed it. And it wasn't he the guy in the Super Bowl that sucked really bad? And it was lucky to even be there? That guy? No. Oh, wasn't it the guy that you said all you do is win, 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 but instead all you do is lose, 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 lose? That guy?
And he didn't play well.
Brad, I would never, again, as a man of compassion, I would never capitalize on another person's pain. But I don't need the $1 Million Man.
Nobody played well. And earlier you were saying that I was defending the Patriots and all that.
Oh, yes. That was all I recall, Eric.
Nope. You can all go back and watch that. I said the better team.
Well, Eric, pull up the clip.
Played bad.
Eric, pull up the clip. I pull up clips. Hold on. Brandon, correct me if I'm mistaken on this. Every time that I make a claim, I then play the clip. So, Eric, play the clip. Let's go.
No, I can't play.
If you don't have the clip, then I'm sorry. You're full of shit.
You know I can't play the clip.
Oh, then I'm sorry. Sounds to me like what a liar would say. Mr. America.
America.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm Dutch. Zombie Rayborg is a better picture. That's right. I scanned the transcript and found Ken Golding's liquid marketplace discussion. He's not lying. He actually has no clue. Indeed. It's good. Do you keep tabs on any of the selling? The $16.5 million Pokemon card sale was kind of funny.
Yes. Yeah, I like most of the stuff from you, so you know.
No, I got you. But any thoughts on that though? Did you? We tried to lay out a case. Dan at least did some digging, and I enjoyed that he added some additional context and connections. Some of the stuff I did already know, but the Scaramucci FTX thing was interesting. I thought that was interesting, and then Scaramucci's kid being involved. At the end of the day, I don't really care, but it is interesting that this is a potential. Again, $16.5 million. Most of us, other than Eric, don't happen to have it sitting around in a drawer somewhere. So you have to get it from somewhere.
Yeah, but mine's
so it just so happens that he has this money from this source, potentially. It is kind of interesting that all of a sudden he's like, yes, I would like to bid this on this Pokemon card. More money that's ever been bid on. And hey, by the way, I'm starting this new venture where we're going to be buying more stuff.
With the guy I bought card from.
As you guys said, I think it was your Cynic one. It's just a revolving door. All the stuff that's happened in the past, they just do it again with a different thing. So.
But the best part is it's always the same people.
Right.
Like you just look and it's like, even sight unseen, you could have guessed. You could have narrowed a short list and been like, okay, so if we could have done a draft. And your first round draft pick, or second round draft pick, or third round draft. And if you go through the draft, you'll be like, there's a good chance that within 1 or 2 rounds you'll hit on most of the people involved.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So it's like, all right. But at the same time, it's like, it doesn't really, I enjoy that the coverage is so extensive. I like covering it from my perspective, which is to mock it mercilessly. But at the same time, it's like, it doesn't really change anything I do. The stuff I'm buying is the same stuff that I would be looking for otherwise.
Doesn't affect us, right?
Yeah. So it's like, all right, I'm still going to look for the same stuff. Companies are buying the biggest cars now. That's true. Cycle bad guys is a running theme. Yes. Same Crooks, just need a new company name every 5 years. That's been the Logan Paul MO. He's like, it was Liquid Marketplace. And then around the same time, it was Crypto Zoo. That was a different thing that also had issues. So that's one that people are still trying to sue him over. And then the Liquid Marketplaces thing, he kind of extricated himself from, but he was very involved in it for a little bit. That one's got its ongoing legal issues. And then we got this thing. And everybody's sitting there like, can you even sell the card? Are you sure you even have full title towards it? But right. Hey, Ken Golden says yes. So who are we to argue? I have no recollection of any events on the grounds that may incriminate me. Yes. So there you go. So boys, I got to tell you, I've got a couple of pickups. But other than that, I don't want to go too long tonight. This will be it's a restrained, shortened version. It's not the Friday Live. The Friday Live, the flagship, is its own thing. But I have a question. Does anybody in the chat, anything else we would like to discuss? We've already talked about Eric's ties to Germany and the questions that are resolved from that. We fixed the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. I look forward to my bowling trophy. Gentlemen, make it happen. That's all I'm saying. No pressure, but we already discussed why it is better for all people involved. Next year, you can get back. Look, next year, just pick 10 vintage baseball channels and it'll be about the same. Just get on with it. Save some time. Yes.
Remember, the thing you got to point out, Carlos, is a lot of people don't know you have a lot of vintage baseball sets, don't you?
I do.
There you go.
But I don't like talking about cards most of the time. It's way more fun to do talk about all the other stuff.
I'm sorry, I ruined it.
I know.
Guys, he actually collects a lot of vintage baseball.
The best part about it is that the videos have always been there. It's not like they're hidden.
Oh, yeah.
But nobody looks. Nobody checks, Brad.
For
Nobody does any research.
I play with being around so long. It's like, well,
For the
it's kind
sake
of like
of-
Max A. Jackson, you know. People forget he was a big
Go ahead,
Tim
Brandon.
Lincecum collector when he started on.
Go
I
ahead,
was
Brandon.
going to say, for all the viewers, for all the voters, for the sake of Hall of Fame Eve, for all the vintage baseball,
He's about to show one of my favorite ones.
I will share a card, a vintage card. Now, go vote. You got till 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. There you go.
And that includes Bobbles and Ball cards whose ballot has been cast yet. As he says these words. For the record, I did offer to be like, you could just do it now and I'll give you the clip.
I don't have a list. I'll
Because I'm Carlos.
figure it out.
OGs, fuck the OGs. Done. Dave will reach out to you in correspondence.
I do have something that I want to mention. Maybe
By
to
all means.
get. I don't want to go deep in it because
That's
I'm
awesome.
waiting on what the possible fix will be, since that's a word this evening. But it goes along, like you were mentioning, Kenny, and these auction houses. So I have received back Eric's favorite piece that I have purchased in a very long time. I had sent it off to be what I was quoted as professionally repaired.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I received it
That
back
didn't work out.
Saturday.
I saw it on the Discord. That did not work out, did it?
No. It's actually in way, way, way worse condition than I sent it.
No,
Oh.
no, Brandon. For the people that obviously we're familiar, but for the people that
That's
are not
bullshit.
familiar, from Heritage in the auction, you bought items from The Walking Dead.
Yes.
Amongst them was a pregnancy belly, which is only 10% as creepy as the stuff that Eric does.
It is
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah.
But it is related.
Looks, it feels like realistic and all of that. When I originally received it, there was a couple slits in it, likely due to the way they packed it and shipped it. I contacted them. Everything was going well. They told me, hey, no problem. This happens. We have to repair items sometimes, especially props and things like that. We have people that professionally do this. Send it back. We'll get you taken care of, get the item taken care of, all of that. They had it for just, and for terms of the people that hate the grading turnaround, they had it for just over 2 months. You would think in 2 months' time, there was some work done to it. I got a call saying, hey, we're finishing up on it. We're going to be, preparing to ship it back. I'm like, all right, awesome. Woman tells me, they use some glue made for the material. It's been repaired. I do want to emphasize that we don't know how long this repair will hold. Okay, no worries. You tried, At this point, I'm expecting it's been repaired. If it comes back and it doesn't hold, it's not going to be any worse, right? They tried. I get this thing back Saturday, and I immediately, as soon as I seen the size of the box, I'm like, this isn't going to be good, because the box was way smaller than the one they originally shipped it in.
Oh, God.
So I open it up. They have it all wrapped in bubble wrap and everything else. And so I carefully unroll it and everything else, pull it out of the plastic bag that they have it in, and I'm immediate like, holy shit. This is way worse. And y'all seen like the original damage. And Carlos seen the pictures in the Discord. You've seen it is way worse. So I don't know how in the hell anything was professionally repaired. I'm very pissed at the company for presenting it as being professionally repaired. I only have two options: return it or not return it. But if I return it, I have to return everything, like the whole outfit and everything. And so I'm like, I might just have to pack it away and just keep that part of it packed away, and hopefully it doesn't degrade further. But I just think for a company like that handles $1 million+ items at times, significant pieces, to tell a customer that they're going to professionally repair something, you damn sure don't expect it to come back in terrible condition. So
Sure.
I would.
Brandon, you said there were two options. I happen to think there were three options. Have you considered going there as the colonel, slapping them with the glove, and demanding satisfaction?
I guess that is number 3. Yeah.
Yeah, like, listen, I feel like you're downplaying this. I believe, as a Southern gentleman, you can demand satisfaction and a duel.
Yeah. I guess there is a third option. For 3D80's kit, yes, it is the Lori Grimes pregnancy belly from the death scene. So, but unfortunately, it's not in very good shape now. So.
Well, look, like I said earlier in the show, I feel that one of the strengths of this program is that we do like to be problem solvers. That's why I say I'm not satisfied with your two options. I believe you are ignoring a third option, and being from Virginia, I believe you should use your rights.
Yeah.
Demand satisfaction, sir. Now, you may need to slap multiple people because you'll start off in the front lobby, slap them and demand satisfaction, then you'll need to go up the chain.
They got a
lot of
big
slaps
building down there, so it might be many people.
I'm just saying, you may need to slap everyone, including the janitor, just to make sure someone understands that you demand satisfaction.
Hey,
backup glove just in case.
It might get somewhere. It might get, especially in the mood that I've been in with what I've been dealing with over the last. That might be a good option.
Yeah, just saying, man. And listen, and if you bring a camera,
content for days.
Brad, there's the content gods will always be appeased. There's always an angle. There's always a way to get some entertainment out of this. Always. Mike here says, "Good evening, Mike." It says, "Eric, you may as well do a 4-hour show after talking to my friend in Connecticut. I gather you're snowed in." Listen, Eric, you already gonna shovel for another 3 or 4 hours, right?
We got absolutely hammered. We had snow drifts up to my hip.
The good one or the bad one?
That's good.
I was facing this direction, so it was my repaired one. It was my fake hip, my bionic hip. So, I was out for 3 hours, snow blowing, shoveling, trying to move it, and I probably won't go out again tonight because it was still snowing the whole time. It hasn't stopped, but I think it's going to be a lot. We got the big heavy stuff gone. Now it's just another coating that I got to get rid of. But that might.
So you remember, Brad, when we had that whole segment earlier where we were talking about Eric's patheticness? Add broken hip on top of everything else. Guys, have some compassion. #great. Work with me on this. Help me help you.
I am
because I know secretly you would all enjoy it. You want to hear this acceptance fee. You want this.
Does that get extra?
All want this.
Wait a minute, hold on. Does that get extra votes because I'm handicapped?
No.
I think you should. This is what I'm suggesting.
This is bullshit.
Just saying. Look,
I got one hip, dude. Come on. I got titanium.
Look, Zach.
I don't know. The way you were riding that bike, I'm not buying it.
Yeah,
I got a complete hip.
That's AI. That's AI. He hasn't ridden a bike in years. He hasn't ridden a bike in years. Zach is 100% correct. And you, Brad, you know full well what led to my change of heart. It has been documented on this very channel that I was 100% like, please keep it away from me. However, when Adjacency and a one-man kazoo parade and content was used as a verb, content being used as a verb, it appeals to all my sensibilities. And that, I changed my mind. My heart grew 3 sizes, and I was in.
I did find it funny that, was it Dylan that said, well, you spent all those years telling me not to vote for it. I just can't vote for it.
Yes, because, look, Brad, I'm not inconsistent. I'm not inconsistent on this. Dylan is correct, but he does not understand that I work at the will of the content. Look, this is trash. Look, I'm sorry. Like, I'm happy for anybody that feels happy about it. Like, I won't care. What I will care about is the entertainment value that will come from it and the content that I will totally extract from it should it come to pass. The problem is it's an uphill battle. That's why I got to hashtag rig this shit. That's what I understand where we're at. I understand where, Brad, we've got a ceiling, a very clearly defined ceiling. And when we hit it, that's it. That's about the best we're going to be able to do. I know this. So the only way is to use every shady, underhanded tactic under the sun. And honestly, that would make me feel better about the whole thing.
I can't hate on the effort,
That's what I'm saying. Borg is in the way of your sign, I know.
For the question about Lucille, there's been a few of them sold. The one that was sold by Heritage in November sold for $100,000.
Oh, was it that much? Wow.
Mhm.
Okay.
Was it the bat? Because there's really only one that people want.
No, there's actually multiple of them.
But there's only one that people really want.
So I don't know what they've sold for in other auctions, the different variants of them, because they have like hero bats, action bats, like visual effects bats. They do different versions of them.
People want the blend bat.
But that one sold for $100,000. The most expensive item from that auction, which was I have the catalog back there. It's that damn thick of the stuff they sold at Heritage. The most expensive item was Rick's 357. It sold for $125,000. So,
Indeed. So what we'll do, Chad, we'll go for a couple more minutes. Brad, I'm not going to keep you any longer. I'm going to share a couple of cards, but thank you for coming on. You're more than welcome to stay, but I'm not going to hold you to it. So you're more than welcome to take off.
No, thanks for having me on, and yeah, we'll see you pretty soon, hopefully.
Look, Brad, you go and talk to the boys. You tell them what I said. You tell them what I said. Just saying.
Yeah.
Make that
There you go. Thank you, Dan.
Canadian funny money, baby.
All right, guys. Keep doing your thing. Whatever it is, keep doing it.
Well, look, someday we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, and then we'll work on the Bob Lewis problem. That could be years, but we'll work on it.
All right.
One thing at a
Appreciate
time.
all you guys, even the chatters. Love you.
Sounds
you guys
good. Take it
later.
easy, Brad.
Thanks for coming by.
Yes. Appreciate. Mm-hmm.
I think we got through to him. I think he's got to take the money.
Look, Brandon, I could not have sold the justice. I could not have sold the righteousness of our cause more than I did. I did all I could. OG Battle was a success. Yes. Thanks, Brad. Indeed.
I think one thing that maybe I shouldn't mention it, but Eric with his.
Does it involve Jason Robertson?
No. It doesn't involve me
Okay.
at all. It does have
Okay,
nothing to
fine.
do with me.
All
I
right.
just would like to point out that the adjacency here is all hell bent on supporting those damn Patriots and thinking that all they're going to do is win, win, win. And we had the guy on that needed to be coaxed, who is a division opponent. You gotta ease down on that, Eric.
I offered him $1 million in Canadian
Oh.
money.
No, I thought you offered him $1 million in American money,
No, I don't
payable
have
in
that.
Canadian money.
No, I don't have that. That's silly.
That's what I heard.
Offered him $1 million Canadian funny money.
That's-
okay.
No, Brandon, I was very clear on this. I heard Eric say, "I will offer you $1 million. I will pay you in this kind of cash."
So
That's what I heard.
when you're
I
dealing
mean,
with
that's a lot of Marinos, so you might be all right. Go ahead.
the game comes out to
Proceed.
about $26.47. I think it's like $26.47. I'm willing to pay him $26.47 to make
That's still a good bit of money just for a bribe for a YouTube Hall of Fame.
$26.47. That's the offer on the table.
Interesting. Very interesting.
He mentioned one of those Gallery of Heroes Marinos. What are the proceed?
It's making some valid points. Skim it from the shop. I've heard there's things related.
Where do you think I was going to get it? Come on, don't be ridiculous.
The claw. So real quick, I'll show these. Yeah, I'll show this since I got these here. So real quick, I've been on a theme lately, Brandon. I've been picking up a couple of Blue Jays cards just for fun. 2002, the Upper Decks. Figured I'd grab the Delgado. I liked it. I like that. So hold on, I'll take away the overlay since it covers one important piece. It's the number 225.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, all right, I like that. I was a fan. And I figured I'd get a Vladdy Jr., but you'll appreciate this. I'll share specifically why I was interested. So I grabbed this one. And this one is from, I believe it's Transcendent. But the best part, so you remember how we talk about the verbiage on the back of these cards?
Mhm.
So you got the autograph, you got the piece of jersey there, right? But it's a little hard to read, but I'll read it to you. The memorabilia contained in the card is a game-used piece of equipment or uniform worn from an official MLB game from the featured athlete.
Yeah, well, they also, if you notice on the front, and this is one thing that baseball does, I think, a lot better than the other sports is
the game-used memorabilia.
Right, game-used memorabilia. So even if the back has the quirky language, it still will specify it. So, game-used stuff usually on the card somewhere.
Yeah, I did like though that they said, they went from an official MLB game. I was like, well, good.
That's a sharp card too, and as we know, Transcendence, what, 15,000 a box or something like that.
Yeah, something ridiculous. Yeah. This didn't cost anywhere near like crazy amount. I was like, I'll take that. Sure. I think it's a nice looking card. I like the blue. I think the jersey piece fits, and the game use is critical. The game use is kind of like, all right, cool. So I figured I would share that. I stuck to a theme this week. Figured I would have a little fun with that. Anybody else got a pickup they want to share? Eric usually has stuff in the tickle truck, so I just ask as an open question.
I don't have any cards this week. I have speaking of,
do you have gloves that you're going to use to demand satisfaction? Because that could be a thing.
No, I did buy 2 pizzas.
You bought 2 pizzas? Like
that'd be good.
Eric,
pepperoni?
Maybe pizzas.
I'm
Perhaps
not
even
gonna take them
pizzas.
out, but this is a vest
I like pizza.
and a pair of corduroy pants. You can kind of see the blood stuff on them. These are screen used outfit.
I was about to say, like, are you? I thought you were taking on a new fashion trend. Is this your new look?
Yeah, they wouldn't fit me. They're actually youth. It's one of the characters that was towards the end of Fear the Walking Dead. They were actually in the season or the series finale. It's the little girl that was in the series finale.
So this is one of the other characters for this particular series.
Yeah. They weren't like a big major character, but I thought it was cool. They were in the series, like the actual end episode of the show and everything. And I also thought, like, some of the stuff I've been picking up, like, so the pants are actually Polo Ralph Lauren, and not to go way off the rails here, but they have a big collector base. Yeah. And so you take a brand that has a big collector base, and then you tie it in with a show and then screen it adds a little bit to it in my eyes. But then also I was thinking it's a younger character, so who knows what the future of that actress will hold. If she became like a star or something later down the road, you got a piece from, early acting jobs from them. So, and I paid $50 a piece for them, so can't beat that.
All right, fair enough. What I was gonna kind of ask is, so first of all, hashtag invest. So you got the hashtag invest angle on it. So that you got that going for you. I was actually thinking, Eric, so do you remember like how when the zombie movie started and it was I forget the director's name, but it was like Night of the Living Dead, and then there was all the different sequels, but it was something of the Living Dead. They would keep Dawn of the Living Dead, etc. Blah blah blah. And then you've got Fear the Walking Dead and the whole thing. It would be great if they just keep having series, but they keep changing the beginning of it similarly. You know what I want? I want to see Vaguely Tolerate the Walking Dead. Reluctant acceptance of the Walking Dead.
I really loved the original series. I really enjoyed Fear the Walking Dead till about the halfway point. And now they had I've lost track of how many spin-offs from Walking Dead they have. And I have no interest in watching any of them. There's one in New York. There's one over here. There's one with
Don't lie, Eric. Eric, if they went with my naming scheme, you would totally watch except The Walking Dead.
I'm done with it. It's too much of a good thing. It's I honestly there must be at least 6 spinoffs.
Okay, would you
there's not
accept?
that many, but-
Would you accept if instead they went the Godzilla route? Reggie Lemon versus The Walking Dead.
I'd watch that.
I'm just.
I will.
just
I will
saying.
agree with Eric. I have watched the spinoffs, but I haven't
Right there.
been as involved in them as the Fear and the main show. As a fan, I've continued watching all of the spinoffs, but the main 2 shows were the best. So
See, I like some of these suggestions. Overcast January Morning of the Living Dead, like that. Stuke, Walking Dead adjacent. Eric,
Yeah. Oh, all right. Listen. So you didn't think there was that many? The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, World Beyond, Tales of the Walking Dead, Dead City, Daryl Dixon, The Ones Who Live. I said there was 6 spinoffs.
some of those weren't like series.
So I said there was 6 spinoffs. There's 7 total. I nailed it. Then you had the web series.
Actually, no, you said there were 6 spinoffs and you included the original show.
No, so that's 7 total. So you take the original show away. I was
Right.
right on. So I was 100% correct. There was 6 spinoffs from the original show. Then there's the web series, The Walking Dead webisodes, Fear the Walking Dead webisodes. Then the video games. It's too much for me. My point is this too much for me. I lost interest.
Well, you were close, but one of the ones that you named wasn't a series or anything.
Television series. I'm on the Wikipedia's television series, The Walking Dead.
I'm not arguing. I've watched them all. I'm just telling you. Anyway.
World Beyond. Tales.
did you see this one though?
I mean, I am not watching that either.
Whatever you say, he will buy the Super Platinum Edition, the gold version. I like it, Stuke. You're on the right wavelength. I'm appreciating it. Mayo of The Walking Dead. Yes, Rob. Yes. And Zach, I see you. I'm going to come back to that. I also see it on Instagram, so we'll get to that in a second. Mayo of The Walking Dead is solid. The Walking Dead Boston. Walk ours from Southie. That's right, Paul.
Walkers.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm seeing multiple.
With an H.
Eric, you're getting amazing recommendations right now.
Walk as with an H. So it'd be AHS, not RS. There's no R's. That's the problem. We don't use R's. R's bad. H's.
So the Germans don't use ours.
Huh?
The Germans don't use ours.
9. I mean, no.
So what Zach was talking about, and I appreciate that we've reached this point. YTHOF, Eric's personal favorite, has this post.
Go.
Check this out. Dear Green Kaboom Collector, I see you. $26,400 for Josh Rosen Green Kaboom. Most people will call you crazy. Eric, I want to state for the record, if the person responsible for bidding on this is listening, I think you're a visionary and a savant. And on a totally unrelated note, just saying.
Anyone who spends more than $5 on a Kaboom card is stupid. Kaboom.
Silence, Eric. Stop being poor.
They suck.
Next.
Suck.
Says most people will call you crazy. I respect it because you have to be a little crazy to attempt the greatest modern collecting feat ever. Building the entire 2018 Green Kaboom set. I enjoyed that he's leaping to assuming that's what's happening. But okay, sure.
Kaboom suck.
And I genuinely love that you're going for it. But here's the problem. I have the Tebow and I'm not letting it go. Does he know that the Tebow is actually for baseball in this case, Brandon? Does he
It's
know
unlicensed.
that?
It's also unlicensed.
Yeah, because it's baseball. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's baseball. Does he know this?
Probably not.
I was that'd be like Eric making a post saying, "My Reggies are not for sale." Green Kaboom collector.
I wouldn't go against that. There is someone out there very wealthy that wants to flex and build that set because people are silly like that, and people love those kabooms and all that.
I
Um,
believe this, but
But
good luck with that.
my problem with that is if that was the case, then that would be one person because they are already deep into building the set. So how in the hell did we get 95 bids and $26,000? Like,
Look, the reality is, so look, again, it's more entertaining to riff off the stupidity of it, but the fact is, nobody is collecting the Green Kaboom set because they're all one of ones. It's not possible. A set of one of ones is not attainable. And the idea is like, well, I'll see how many I can get. Why? You're going to fail. You're going to fall well short. Doesn't matter how much money you have. There are some that may not even surface. There are some that people won't release, like unless you offer them $1 trillion. Like it's just
or haven't been
not
pulled.
practical. Yeah, exactly. Like it's just not practical. Like there's no angle where you would go into. You're more likely to be, as Dan says, you're more likely to be in the money laundering game. You're basically buying shit for the sake of buying shit at this point.
Well, to my point, they may not complete it, but there are people out there, like you said, that would try to attempt it or accumulate as many as possible because that just happened. Like the green,
and that happens with shields. That
Yeah.
happens with the shields. There are folks that like I think GP Sports, so Grant from GP Sports, he literally tries to get as many of the shields of a lot of like the Hall of Famers and like the big stars. And that's why he's got the list of the bounties with all the different, numbers on it and everything. He's trying to get as many of the shields as possible. So yes, there are people who will throw money around like that and just try, but they will never get all of them. Like there's no amount. They simply do not have the financing. Nobody can throw it out there. And look, in the world where we've got a $16.5 million Pokemon Illustrator, might just be a little bit too rich for your blood. Just saying. Walking Dead, weird PayPal profile pics. Paul is on brand. Have you considered doing a fashion shoot, Eric, for the PayPal profile pic just for Paul's sake? Maybe just redo the picture.
I don't know why he's been giving me crap about this for like 2 years. No, and to be honest, I'm leaving it there because it bothers him.
But I'm saying, have you considered redoing the picture, but almost identically?
Nope. I'm gonna leave it right where it is because for whatever reason it drives him nuts. I swear on my family. I swear I don't even remember what the picture is. I just know it bothers him and I'm not touching it. I swear I don't know. I don't remember if it's a headshot of me, a bicycling shot of me. I think it's me on a bike. I'm not 100% sure.
I actually think Paul can correct me on this since he's obviously familiar with it. I think it's actually just you chugging a jug of mayonnaise.
I don't believe that's correct at all, but I honestly don't remember what it is.
What you did when you were 3 Guinness to the wind is not for us to question.
I sleep. Everyone knows that. I don't do anything but fall asleep. I have 3 Guinness. I pass out at the bar like this every time, 100%. So I don't remember what it is, but I do know it bothers him, so I'm not touching it.
I see. It's an interesting story he's sharing. An interesting story. Success also in existence are the fools whose money is soon parted. This is fair. See, this is what happens, Brandon. Didn't really have a particular topic other than a wonderfully savvy Josh Rosen purchase. Completely savvy. That's why in the thumbnail I put 2 things. I put the Josh Rosen purchase and the YouTube Hall of Fame thing. So Brad being around was perfect. Nailed it. So we got the comments from last week. Silly card of the week we got in. Some pickups. I don't know, Eric, did you have any pickups you wanted to go? You always grab some of your
I
tickles.
can just quickly show you the ones I showed on Friday. For those,
do that. I'll refill my drink and you can do that.
But nothing's come in since Friday. This was gifted to me by a friend at work. It's Ray Bork, Colorado Avalanche. I think he gave it to me because he knows I don't really collect his Avalanche stuff. But this is a really nice patch piece, and it's out of 77, 59 out of 77. Next time Ray comes in, I'm thinking blue paint pen right across, his jersey. I think that would look pretty cool. So I'll get that signed next time he comes in. This piece I purchased from work, Gordie Howe, jersey and stick. I love collecting Gordie Howe stuff, and this one's out of 100. And this is 95 out of 100. And you got a little filth there on the jersey. I don't know if that's sweat, blood, tears. I don't know, but so you got stick and jersey on that. And then with all the talk about the Chucks playing in the Olympics, This was in a collection, so I grabbed this, paid for it, grabbed it. Big Walt, their dad, stick in jersey. I don't think this one's numbered though. Let me double check. Not numbered, but I didn't have anything from Big Walt, so. And I don't know if they should change his nickname because now he's like really Big Walt. So I never had it. I didn't have anything from T'Chuk, and he's a Massachusetts kid. So now I have a little something from him. So anyways, those are the three that I picked up, and hopefully by Friday I'll have some more. Thank you, Phil. Always nice to hear from you. Thank you very much.
I see. Interesting. Went to BU. That's right. Indeed. I think that's it. But you know how I like round numbers. So, Eric, is this an opportunity for you to juggle? You could juggle for 4 minutes. That'd be pretty good.
I actually can juggle. I used to be really good at it and be able to do.
Have you thought about juggling chainsaws?
No, I never thought about doing that. But I've juggled like bowling pins and anything that was equal weight. And back in the day, I used to really spend time trying to get better at it. But now I could probably still do like 3 baseballs.
Brandon, I am hearing late voters. I am hearing one-man kazoo juggling parade.
I was hearing concussions.
There's nothing around.
That's kind of what I'm hoping for, Brandon. That's kind of the point of this.
Juggling bowling pins, and the only thing I can see is them hitting him in the head, and that was the start or middle or whatever of the concussion parade.
Well, the problem, Brandon, is that originally when he was working on that juggling of the bowling pins, he couldn't find enough bowling pins, so he tried doing bowling balls. That's kind of where he went wrong.
I wasn't like super good at it, but like my favorite trick was. You got 3 and you're doing this, and then all of a sudden you just do 2 in one hand, and you take the ball, this ball, and just go up. So you're juggling, and you do this, and then you just kind of hold this one and make it go up and down like this, while you're juggling the other 2 in this hand, and then you throw it back in. I used to be able to do that trick, but I haven't tried juggle anything in years. But I could probably still just do 3 real.
Can you yo-yo?
Yes. I can yo-yo.
So can you yo-yo while juggling?
No, I cannot.
You might need to work on that.
Okay. Because
interesting.
I grew up watching reruns of the Smothers Brothers, and then there was a Smothers Brothers like reunion type show when I was older, and Tommy Smothers was like the yo-yo king. So I used to love watching him do yo-yo tricks, and that got me into trying to figure out how to do them.
If we keep on, Eric, finding your hidden
You want to go as far as talents? Are you bold enough to say that?
I was going to talent. I was going to accomplishments.
Yeah. Okay.
Star Searches came back around.
Star Search.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
And we haven't created the Patreon. But the winner of Star Search gets $500,000. I'm thinking, just for encouragement's sake, we could still split it, 3 ways.
Yeah.
Let's see how far we can push you.
America
votes during Star Search.
I also have the ability to retain useless information, and the first 2 rounds of Jeopardy every night I do pretty well. And then it gets into like really stupid questions, and I just get dumb. But I look really smart for the first 2 rounds of Jeopardy every night.
But do you look wicked smart?
That's not
wicked smart. If you only do the first 2 rounds of Jeopardy, I'm wicked smart, and then it just gets ugly.
Brandon, why did none of this come up? We had Brad right here. Like, what are we doing here, Brandon? Like, we've been doing this all wrong. Like, what is going on here? Like, honestly, we could have had one-man kazoo parade. We could have had, him juggling chainsaws. Like,
Friday, I will try to find like 3 tennis balls or 3 baseballs, or I don't know where, but I'll try to come up with something that I can try to juggle on Friday
while you play the kazoo.
I'll play the kazoo if we win, but nobody gets the pleasure of the kazoo if we don't get in.
Okay, so
I
last
will
minute,
smash the
last
kazoo with a
minute-
hammer. If
last
we don't
minute-
get in, I will smash the kazoo with a hammer live on Friday.
while you're juggling the hammer.
I probably could have juggled hammers back in the day. I wouldn't try it now. That would get ugly fast. I could probably juggle the hammers in the past. No, I wouldn't.
This game has just become what stupid shit can we get Eric?
Entertainment.
People hit the like button. This has become what stupid shit can we get Eric to do? Like, hold on. Let's just think for a moment. Chat, we're brainwashing. We're brainwashing too, but we're brainstorming. We're thinking now. We're Brandon, like I'm getting inspired. You know, as we've been talking.
Wait. What is your favorite collection that you actually have?
My Reggie Lumley collection.
No. You have another collection that you talked very highly of.
I know what you're talking about.
Passionate about.
I've tried that. I've tried that, and I'll tell you when. Right, I used hunting knives, and they were sheathed, right, and so I couldn't hurt myself because they were sheathed, and I couldn't get the rotation right every time, and I kept catching them on the sheath every once in a while, and I'm saying to myself, that wouldn't be good if the sheaths weren't. Because I wanted to
Eric, you know what the problem is? Eric, you know what the problem is?
Yeah.
The problem is, hold on, Brandon, I got this. The problem is that you know the sheaths are there. If you take them off, then you will lock in. You will focus.
Sharpen them.
No.
Unsheath them.
Brandon, imagine we come back on a Friday and it's just Eric with two hands completely taped up. Just he can't even like just has to like press the keyboard. That's all he can do.
No, I tried juggling knives. I thought it would be really, really cool if I
think it would be really, really cool. I think you should try.
So look,
I'd catch them every third or fourth one. I'd end up with the sheath in my hand.
Let me ask a serious question again. Okay. I just mentioned Star Search.
Oh, God.
So you have a bicycle in the garage that technically you can ride without using your hands, right?
Well, I can ride any bike without using my hands.
All right. Well, I'm trying to make it easier, but if you want to go the difficult route, fine.
Eric's like, make it harder.
Ride the bike.
Okay.
While juggling the knives.
Not the knives. I could do it with tennis balls, maybe.
Okay, whatever. We got to graduate at some point. We're going for Star Search.
Brandon, have you ever
using knives trying to kill me?
Brandon, do you remember NFL Quarterback Club?
Yes.
Yeah, you remember when they used to have those different events?
Yeah.
What if we have Eric on the bike doing his juggling, and we're throwing jars of glass jars of mayonnaise at him?
Ooh. While playing the kazoo.
Yeah, amazing.
Okay, listen, nature's calling. You guys can continue with this nonsense, but I'm out of here. I'll talk to you guys later.
I think it's a winning performance.
That's what we were with Eric not being able to see. Now we have to deal with him without hands. It's bad, man. It's bad. I'm telling you. We see you ride without the hands, without hands. All the trees, you know. All trees know you. I'm close and in person. Yes. Deaf, dumb, and blind. Yeah. And Brandon, I see nothing that could possibly go wrong.
No.
I like to think that we have nothing but Eric's best interest at heart. And by best interest, I mean our entertainment value.
You can't sit and talk about the same thing all the time. You got to get some entertainment involved. You got to get creativity, immersive. Like the audience.
I like to think that this entire conversation has been us pitching the idea of bringing an element of danger to this genre that's been lacking. Because up until this point, the worst case scenario is that someone gets a vicious cardboard paper cut.
But you noticed I said you have a collection. So it ties to the collector.
It does.
We were bringing in the collecting aspect of the juggling performance. I mean, I just think that adds votes.
All right. If only we had known that these options were all truly on the table earlier. I would have been selling this bullshit for weeks. It would have been great. This is terrible. It's awful. So close. Eric's on from the coach to Mac the knife. Listen, we learned so much. There's just so many little things along the way. That is what I keep trying to say with the whole episodic thing. Brandon, they don't understand. Episodic means we keep expanding the universe. You learn more about the characters as time goes on. That's how it works. You don't give everything away in the first episode. No, you learn as you go along.
For the people.
Yeah. And now we have one more thing that we have learned about that will completely come up again at various times when it is most convenient.
Yep.
One day Eric will learn. He sets himself up. I still like some of those Walking Dead concepts, though. I did kind of like that idea. You know,
hey,
mildly accepting the
way to go away. So the more spinoffs they can create. You know, like I said, I like the originals, but I'll watch them all. So keep them coming.
I like it. What's funny is even as we're doing this, I've actually got a snipe set. This will be maybe a conversation I'll have. Brandon, actually, let me ask you a quick question. So we'll talk about it just for a couple of minutes, and then we'll let Eric come back, and then we'll make fun of him and then go off the air. But here's a question for you. It rarely occurs, but have you ever done a trade where you actually look to buy something that is going to be used for said trade? So they've got something that you want, but in order to fulfill the other end of the equation, they don't necessarily pitch it to you, but you know that if you get this item, it is like the perfect trade piece. Have you ever actually gone shopping for a trade piece for a potential deal?
I don't know that I've done it for a specific deal, but I have made purchase, especially if there was quantity available, to look at. I've done it with even in the reselling space. Like if there's a opportunity to purchase and know that you can put the other pieces to cover this or turn it into this. I've done that. I would say one that I got laughed at during the pandemic period, and looking back today, like it was stupid as hell. But I had sent a bunch of 2019 Prism LeBron James in to be graded, just the base cards. And I had a bunch of them. And people are like, do you think anybody's even going to buy them? Well, we know the story there. They blew up in price and everything. And I was actually able to turn a couple of those into a Giannis rookie pristine gold label. So it was kind of a trade of sorts, but it wasn't an intentional focus. I haven't ever went on and bought something with the intent of needing it in a trade. So
that's fair. I get you. But that's kind of that was kind of the thing that I thought was interesting. For me, I've actually done this a couple of times. It's rare, but I've had occasion where if I know this only works if you know precisely what the other person collects and you have a pretty good sense of what they have and what they don't have, because otherwise you could very easily buy a duplicate and that kind of defeats the whole point. But if it's something unique enough, I've actually had a couple of occasions where I kind of knew they had something for me. And then in the end, they created basically a trade package for me. Because sometimes if it's the right thing and you have something that I want, but maybe to make up the difference, if the trade package includes some other pieces, I can move them. I'll do the extra legwork on my end. And in the end, it still works out for me, but it's kind of a win-win because I pick up the piece that individually you want, and then I get a trade package in return. So sometimes that can work. Although you got to be damn sure you know what they have. You got to be really sure. Right. Otherwise it kind of defeats the whole point. And then you're just spending money for the sake of spending money. So you want to be a little bit careful with that one. So kind of curious, Chad, have you ever actually tried to exit? It's a bit of a trickier version of the trade deal because there's moving parts. You're not guaranteed. So you have to kind of think about that one. I've done it a couple of times successfully, but you really have to be careful. So we'll see. Second here. Yeah. So I'm just curious if anybody has ever tried to do that. It is a little bit of a tricky move. So we'll say Eric has been called by the fatherland. So we'll remove him for now. He may not reappear. It's all right. Fine. Brandon, I could use this overlay every single week. It's so good. All right. I'll switch it to the regular one. Psh. The best part is that obviously when I use the overlay on Friday, I don't think Eric was ready. He wasn't ready. I was like, I'm ready for you. Little do you know, Never play this game with me. Probably off screen eating crumble cookies. He wishes. He wishes. But yes. So chat, do hit the like button. I'll still make Eric pay for it. And his first tardiness, I'll make him pay double. But regardless, regular Friday live stream. That'll be the regular episode. I did put the scrolling ticker across the bottom. I haven't done it the last couple of weeks because we're kind of on off weeks. This week, I am going to do an AMG podcast episode. So with the guys. Quick side thing. I don't know if you caught this, Brandon. In the land of the Hockeys, they're bringing back Fleer Ultra, but they're bringing it back as a physical box. That you can get physical box of Fleer Ultra now.
Nice, because it was EPAC exclusive, and I actually like a lot of the inserts they had. I was picking them up on ComC, so that's cool.
But you know what you're not going to like?
It's probably expensive.
The secondary market has so what they did is it is going to have the EPAC, but they did release kind of a limited release of physical boxes, so you can get the physical boxes.
Right.
But the secondary market has already pushed it upwards of 500 US.
Well, I can still go for the singles.
You can, but I think it's one of those things where like I think it's sapped out a lot of. There were folks. I think the Gong Show guys were very enthusiastic about it, but then they looked at the price and they're like, so even in Canadian dollars, it is available cheaper than that, which is a rare for us. But even then, it's pushing $300, and we're all like, for Fleer Ultra.
Yeah, like there's some good inserts in it, but it's not
$300 good.
No,
not $500 good. Certainly. It's just like, yeah, about that. I think, yeah, you're going to need Logan Paul to open those boxes for you because that's about the only way this is going to work. Like, I don't think there's anything you can pull in there that would be worthwhile.
See what all is in it, but
I was looking at the checklist. I'll have to scan either way for the episode. That's the reason I'm mentioning it is because that's going to be part of AMG got some, so that's going to be part of what we'll go over. We'll do a little recap of the checklist, but the reality is that's a tough one because the price point is critical. I think I mentioned it. I don't know if you were around when I mentioned it. I'm actually going to get a couple of mega boxes of 2026 Series 1 tops because I do like that they included the 91 as the kind of the 35-year tribute. So I figured whatever. But for the mega boxes, it was $75. So so even though, again, for that kind of a box, I'd rather it be cheaper. But I think if memory serves me, I think you get 14 packs and 14 cards per pack. So that's 196 cards, $75. I bought 2. So for $150, I'm getting just shy of 400 cards. Okay, that's fine. Like, is that amazing? No, but is it okay? It's fine.
They've also, the way that they're allocating it, like breaking it all up now, like even hanger boxes, they have their own like parallel. You know, they have the Diamante or whatever parallel. And then the retail stuff, it has like I don't know exactly what they're calling it. It's a foil something. It has like a texture to it, and then the hobby ones are just your normal color foil. So it I guess for the value, if you're hunting parallels or collecting or whatever, it helps there. But overall, it does saturate the market. I've looked at some of the series. I actually missed on one I should have bought, and there's another one up now. I sent the offer of what the last person sold it for, and the person declined my offer. But I'm just sticking with my guys, you know, the Nationals guys. But
no, I think it's fair. I just thought it was interesting that I think it's going to hurt the singles though, because I think what's going to happen with a lot of them is because the box price is so high. I think people are going to ask a lot for the singles.
Yeah. That normally is the case. That's actually something that I think we should log down as a topic, because as a baseball fan and as a Nationals fan, I would love to discuss like what in the hell are we doing in the modern age, especially on veteran or retired players, because I was actually looking, you mentioned 2026. I was looking at Ryan Zimmerman autos.
Okay.
And the asking price and the selling price on some of these cards out of 2025 and 2026 is absolutely stupid when you go back and compare his rookie stuff. Like you can get his rookie. I seen a first Bowman blue that was cheaper than some of the stuff that's being put up from 2026. And I'm like, what in the hell are we thinking right now? Like, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Well, I think that happens with a lot of them. Like they did some stuff they tried. That's the reason why the key for me was getting. I don't open new Topps products at this point. It's just not worth it for me. But I made an exception just because they've got the 1991 angle in there. That's really it. They had a couple of little inserts and stuff. Some of the retro throwbacks are interesting to me. The 2 mega boxes were enough cards where I'm like, I can at least get a variety of different cards. I'll get a chance to look at them. I'll open them for the channel. I'll open a couple of the boxes and we'll just do that for the one video. But that's it. $150 Canadian for me. That's like not a terrible box price. So I took 2 mega boxes and basically made it into one box for myself. But that was about it, because beyond that, I wouldn't bother. So I'm getting 28 packs out of it. I figure that's enough. And then at least I can have a little bit of fun with it. And then if I pull anything, great. But I'm not expecting anything. Any more than that, then I feel like I'm paying too much for it, especially for base. For flagship Topps, because at this point, I did laugh, though, because the people did the calculation. They said, oh, my God, they made 1.4 million base cards. I was like, okay, double it. And that's not even what 1991 Topps was.
Well, I think it's been in excess of 1 million base cards since probably 2021. So that's not shocking at all.
It has been. But the thing is, Brandon, that's not a lot.
No.
Like that's the reason I kind of challenge people talking about like, oh, we want to know what the print runs are. Like, okay, but a bunch of you are freaking out about 1.4 million. Brandon, I'm not joking. You could increase the set size to 792 cards, double the print run from what it is right now with all the different SKUs and everything, double the print run to 2.8. And you're still not quite to what 1991 Topps was. And you also had 91 Donruss, 91 Fleer. All these sets had 3 million plus cards per base card. And the sets were bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you think 1.4 is a lot? It's not. And it's for a product that's designed to be available. Like the whole point of flagship is it's supposed to be available. The only reason that box is $75 Canadian, Brandon, even though like obviously I'd like it to be cheaper, but at the same time, it's like I'm able to buy 2 of them for 150. How many hobby boxes can I buy for 150 period? Not a lot today.
I haven't even looked at the box prices because I have no interest in buying the boxes.
Yeah. And that's fine. But I'm saying like at the price point, most of them are like most people are priced out. They're not even going to bother with it. They're going to be like, oh, we're going to get singles. Well, somebody has to open the damn cards to get the singles. So if you need to print a crap ton or else the price goes up. Like same thing happened with Fleer Ultra. They didn't put out enough in the market. And what happened? The secondary market got bumped up. I don't think it's going to hold because once people open the boxes and go, oh crap, I got $10 worth of cards. Shit. then it's going to start sitting on shelves. It'll get some dust and then the price will come down. Always does.
Right.
So that's kind of why it's like, all right, we'll see. Anyway. All right. Thanks, folks. Appreciate it. You got the last comments in there and everything. You've got it all taken care of. Otherwise, yeah, hit the like button on the way out. We'll be back with more stuff later. Friday live stream will be there. Podcast episode. This is it. This was the podcast episode. So we got that on there. I will leave a link in the description to the Cardboard Cynics. If you haven't checked that out, do check it out because it was a little bit of a different angle on the whole bit with the Pokemon card. Because everybody else talked about a lot of the other stuff, even the Liquid Marketplace stuff. We went and had a little bit of fun with that speculation piece, but I think there's at least some food for thought there. So something you can chew on in that regard. And then those playlists and everything available to it as well. All that stuff's included in the description. That's it. Eric is off to the fatherland. We'll see him on Friday. He is contractually obligated, so we'll make him go there. He'll probably be shoveling snow somewhere until then. Brandon Bobbles and McGuall cards, no associated 540 flips, and person who needs to vote.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You know that I've had a lot going on.
I know
last week, but I did have every intention of doing some more videos. I just haven't. I haven't been there in the time and the focus and everything. So, but yeah.
There you go. That's it. Thank you, folks. Appreciate you popping in. Have yourselves a good one. Thank you to Brad for joining us a little bit and having a little bit of fun with us and also answering some questions. So hopefully you folks enjoy. We'll see. I may make an appearance in the IRP tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. I did put it out there, so I'll follow up with Dave and see if he wants to do that. And maybe we'll have a little post-game show, see how things went and get some opinions on that. So we'll see. Anyway, that's it for us. Catch you in the next one.